ESPN heats up your November. Every Sunday, see pro football's finest in exclusive live NFL classics. And the nation's top college teams are featured every Saturday. Television's best college basketball schedule kicks off with terrific preseason tournament shootouts, plus 2 showdowns with the Soviets. November means the exciting finales on the Formula One and NASCAR circuit, plus a new season of World Cup skiing and live coverage of the Honolulu International. It's all in November on ESPN.
I have a very long Christmas shopping list. A whole football team that my career depends on. But my shopping is easy because they let me know exactly what they want. Isotoner Gloves for men. I buy isotoners for the big guys and the super fast little guys and everyone in between. Because isotoners fit them all. So this Christmas, take care of the hands that take care of you. With Isotoner Gloves.
Way to go, Dan.
Thanks a lot.
It's time for Lifestyles of the Original Party Animal with the Grand Poobah of Partyometry, Bud Light's own Spuds McKenzie, as he's planning tonight's Big Bash. His fans watch as he tans his way to party elegance, a facial and massage, and Spuds McKenzie is ready to party. And Spuds parties with only Bud Light. He knows everything else is just a light.
She was a redhead, about 5'6" tall.
And all of a sudden this thing starts spinning, and it's going round and round.
So that makes me safe, because with my wife, I'll never be that way.
You still have your career and you're frustrated. I mean, that's what you want.
Of course, that's just my opinion.
So money's no object.
Money's no object.
What are we going to do with our lives
Well,
now?
Basketball.
Yeah?
Levi's 100% cotton Dockers. If you're not wearing Dockers, you're just wearing pants.
And I'm still paying the loans
I
off.
got all the money in the world. I'd like to at least be your pool man.
91 Bravo, proceeding on rescue training mission.
One weekend a month, you can take off for the beach, the mountains, or a drive in the country in the Army Reserve.
Subject spotted.
Be all that you can be.
It's no picnic, but it's the kind of excitement no other weekend offers.
Mission completed. We're heading home.
And you'll still have 3 weekends a month to take off on your own.
Find your future in the Army Reserve.
The preceding performance has been brought to you by Porsche.
Thank you, America, for doing all you can. Thank you, America, for lending them a hand, for helping out, then pitching in, for coming through. You make it work for them.
Find out who raises money through recycling and save your cans for them. Aluminum beverage cans today, aluminum food containers tomorrow.
Thank you, America. Recycle all you can.
The Fuller family finished 4 fried foods, and this is the fullest the Fullers have ever felt. Alka-Seltzer to the rescue. Alka-Seltzer fixes your acid indigestion and headache in a flash.
Alka-Seltzer to the rescue.
Page 5, headings. He wants them bolder.
Check. Presenting personal publishing with the IBM Personal System 2.
Page 7, artwork, smaller. No, bigger.
Well, make up my mind, will you?
Oh, no!
What?
The bonuses.
Oh, well, it was worth a shot.
Everything your business needs
Okay, print it.
to create quality documents in-house on short notice.
I'd like you to make a few
Changes?
Personal publishing with the IBM Personal System 2.
Thanksgiving, marked by harvest, gathering, and a special gratitude for Alka-Seltzer. Fast relief of heartburn with a headache from turkey, cranberry sauce, and overstuffing. Alka-Seltzer, the other holiday tradition.
Buongiorno. Here I am in Roma, thanks to my new autofocus Nikon. Hey, do you guys do any heavy metal? No? Now, when you buy a Nikon, you can fly Pan Am to the Caribbean, Hawaii, even Europe, and get a companion ticket for half the price. So that way, you can take along the little woman.
Now take the world's greatest pictures in the world's greatest places.
I've tried it. Now I believe it. Denorex Tingles tells me it's doing more. Head and Shoulders, no tingle.
Both have dandruff medicine, but Denorex adds both an extra anti-itch medicine and conditioner, too.
Goodbye, Head and Shoulders. Hello, Denorex.
What a smart person. You bought Sylvania soft white light bulbs, which last 50 hours longer than ordinary soft white bulbs at no extra cost.
Sylvania, where the best comes to light.
Light up the night. When the sun goes down, gonna light up the night. Silver label, red ribbon, the taste that's right. It's gonna light up the night. Michelob Light. Gonna light up the night. Gonna light up the night. Gonna light up the night. My Michelob Light.
My brother thinks he's bought the perfect TV.
Sure did. Perfect TV.
Oh, yeah?
Perfect.
Does it have a flat square picture, too?
Yep.
High-resolution filter?
Yep.
178-channel capability?
Roger.
4-speaker stereo system?
Yep, right there.
On-screen graphics?
Yep.
A remote that controls this TV, wireless cable, and VCR, even if they're different brands.
Hey, I got a Magnavox.
Smart, Tom. Very smart.
Yeah, I know. Acting dumb is just my job.
Doing a great job.
Okay. This is Bill Elliott and the Coors racing team. Now, you might think we're sitting around here talking about hard work, determination, the winning edge, and all the skill it takes to make a great racing team and a great beer. Nah, we're talking about fast cars, pretty women, and easy drinking Coors.
But not necessarily in that order.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
This Christmas, I did the family's gift shopping at Radio Shack. I saved $60 on this VHS remote-controlled VCR. These two-way bass reflex speakers were half price at Radio Shack. This dual-powered calculator with memory was only $8.88, and I saved $30 on a cordless phone for the family.
Harry, I'm home. Just finished our Christmas shopping at Radio Shack.
The Christmas electronics sale, only at Radio Shack.
Skill, precision, strength, and stamina. To bring you the best, ESPN has assembled an outstanding schedule of NFL games. Every Sunday night, your cable connection to the NFL is ESPN.
Sunday, live NFL action on ESPN. The defending Super Bowl champion New York Giants take on the New England Patriots at 8 Eastern, right after NFL primetime on ESPN.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
This is Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego, home of the amazing Chargers, and a record crowd is here this evening to watch the division leaders face their arch rival, the LA Raiders. For 15 years, Dan Fouts has been the ringmaster of football's greatest aerial circus, and during that time, they have lived by the pass and died by the pass. As the captain of Air Coryell, Fouts set 10 NFL records, and as Fran Tarkenton said, No one has ever done it better. But in 1986, Fouts and Air Coryell were grounded. The quarterback was battered, and the coach was gone. Al Saunders took over and called for balance on offense and more of anything on defense. He's gotten both in 1987, and the Chargers are off to a 7-1 start. Their best since 1961, when Fouts was in grade school and Al Davis was a Raider assistant. Fouts wants a Super Bowl ring, and he's playing like it's his last shot. The Raiders are struggling at 3-5, and the future may depend on a man with a baseball in one hand and a football in the other. Jack Murphy Stadium filled to its capacity of 61,750, and with additional seats this week, a record crowd to watch a big matchup in the AFC West. San Diego still on top at 7-1. They need a win to maintain that 2-game lead. Seattle won this afternoon. Denver, the other contender right now, plays on Monday night. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Patrick, and it's a pleasure to have you with us on ESPN for the Chargers and the Raiders. As always, it's great to be working with Roy Firestone. And Roy, if any team in this league can look back at the strike and say thanks, it's the Chargers.
Yeah, I think for 5 fundamental reasons. Number one, the Chargers had perhaps the best replacement team of any in the National Football League, and that's a great testimony to the people like Steve Ortmeyer and the front office folks. 9 replacement players are now reinforcement players. They're still around on this team. They didn't have to play Seattle. That's an important team to miss. Fouts and Winslow, guys who are banged up, usually hurting up this time of year, are healthy. They're rested, and they're ready to go in the home stretch. Team unity, no backstabbing, no picket crossers. That's good for morale, and they won all 3 of those replacement games. But the Chargers are not superchargers yet. They have big questions in the secondary, the pass rush, and their running attack. Still, they have to play Denver twice and Seattle, but their win streak is 7. It's on the way up. The Raiders streak goes the other way.
And our guest analyst knows all about the Raiders because he spent 7 of his 10 years in the National Football League with them. He is now an author, actor, broadcaster. It's a pleasure to welcome back John Matuzak to ESPN. And John, tonight the Raiders have to win.
Tonight, Mike, is a must-win situation for the Raiders. If they're going to be the Raiders of old, they got to do the 3 I's. They have to instigate, they have to intimidate, and they have to incinerate. And if they don't do those 3 I's, they're going to burn themselves out of the playoff picture.
Outside of the 3 I's, they've made some big changes on offense. Mark Wilson starting for the first time this year at quarterback. Coach is trying to give Bo Jackson all the time he can handle as a runner.
Well, Mark Wilson has yet to prove that he can win the big one. He's a good quarterback. But tonight, it's a big game. Bo Jackson, he's finally learning the system, and I think that he's going to be a very good player.
Coaches talk about him in incredible terms about his future. Just how good do you think he can be?
I think if he makes football anything but a hobby, puts baseball aside, he just might be a Hall of Fame running back.
A look at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. It's a beautiful night, 63 degrees. The wind's listed at 15 miles an hour, but the flags are quiet here in the stadium. No chance of rain in San Diego. And these 2 teams are just about set to go. Tom Flores in his 9th year, and he's led the Raiders, as you see, to 2 Super Bowl championships. Stability in this organization is something we'll be referring to tonight. And they have gotten it done by keeping the same people in the same places for as long as possible.
As you take a look at Tom Flores, you have to wonder if he's feeling the pressure at this point. The longest losing streak for the Los Angeles Raiders or Oakland Raiders since 1964. Apparently, Al Davis was not happy with his play selection a week ago. He wasn't happy when he took Hilger out of the game against the Minnesota Vikings. Flores says, hey, I always feel pressure. I don't sleep well, he told us last night. Well, I'm sure he's spending a lot of sleepless nights of late.
Chris Barr will kick off as the Chargers have won the toss and elected to receive. Gary Anderson, number 40, is back there with Andy Parker at backup tight end. Excuse me, with Timmy Ware, backup wide receiver. And we're underway in San Diego. Anderson to about the 27-yard line. And the Chargers offense will come out after a 15-yard kickoff return. Dan Fouts is the man who will come out to lead this offense And Fouts rewriting the NFL record book as he goes. Of the backs and receivers, keep your eye on Kellen Winslow, nearly back to his all-everything status after a devastating knee injury. Jim Lachey, the best of the offensive linemen, Pro Bowl alternate in 1986. And the Chargers will give it to Anderson on a wing-back reverse. First play, 35-40, almost the 45-yard line. He's chased out of bounds by Stacy Turan. Holohan in motion. Holohan out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It will be a first down. May have the best hands of any tight end in the league right now.
All right, we're going to show Howie Long working here. Now, Howie Long's reading pass. He's going to come hard inside. Taking on that man, sucks him up pretty good because he takes him straight on right up the middle.
That's Masick.
And when you square up somebody right in the middle like that, you've got to take half a man as a defensive man. You got to tack half a man. He took him right up the middle. Masick's been around 12 years. He might hold a lot, but he's still a good one.
First and 10, Chargers just outside the 10. Anderson. Got 2, maybe 3. Howie Long, and coming up from the secondary, Van McElroy in on the stop for the Raiders.
Very early here, we have the Raiders fighting for their life to keep from going down 7-0 right away. And I like the way the Raider defense is responding to this challenge.
Well, the defense hasn't really played poorly in the last couple of weeks. They only gave up 200 total yards against the Vikings a week ago. The offense has put them in the hole.
It's a game of inches, Roy.
3 tight ends in now for the Chargers on 2nd and 8. Adams, the remaining back. Fouts for Winslow, knocked down, almost intercepted by Stacy Turan, the safety. And Fouts got it there uncharacteristically late. If Turan makes the play, he's got an open field in front of him.
And how many inches away do you think he was from having a 100-yard touchdown return here? I didn't get to finish that statement to you, but the Raiders were just inches away from really turning this, being 5-3 instead of 3-5. And there you have Stacy Turan with a great effort.
Winslow appeared to be open at the goal line. Now it's 3rd and 8. Four-man rush, wide open, Winslow. Touchdown, Chargers. Kellen Winslow, here's a guy who owns the Raiders, in recent years particularly. This season, showing absolutely no signs of that knee injury, running over guys, although there was no one to run over in this instance. At one point talked about retirement, $600,000 he makes. Vince Abbott for the point after, it's good. And the Chargers take advantage of Mark Wilson's interception and have taken a 7-0 lead over the Raiders first quarter.
This winter, one antifreeze will guarantee your radiator. Use new Prestone Advanced Formula after Prestone Super Flush. And should our protection fail, we'll pay for your radiator repairs. Prestone, the antifreeze that guarantees your radiator.
Fancy perfuming aftershave. It's got to be a quarterback's locker.
Real guys who get mud on their uniforms use rugged, honest stuff. Ice Blue Aqua Velva.
There's something about today's Aqua Velva, man.
Look for Aqua Velva Christmas gift sets.
More profound than words. Diamonds.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Pitcher of light.
Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
They're taking breakfast by the hand all over the land. It's a fresh new way to start your day. Get your boogie in along and on your way. Hey, McDonald's is take it to the highway, take it to the street with a sit-down breakfast when there's no time to eat.
Enjoy a fresh biscuit sandwich or hot egg or sausage McMuffin.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's, taking breakfast by the hand.
It's the ultimate NFL highlight show. Every Sunday, see the greatest action from every game played that day. More NFL highlights than ever before in one show. Join Chris Berman, Pete Axthelm, and Tom Jackson for NFL Prime Time. Sundays at 7 Eastern, only on ESPN.
Chargers preparing to kick off. You see Dan Fouts on the sideline, who has given his club a 7-0 lead. A low driving kick knocked down by one of the up men, and now the Raiders will fall on it at the 14-yard line. Special teams, such a huge part of this game, and so far, the Raiders have come up short.
That's 33% part of the game. They got indecision on the kickoff return team. You can't have that.
Here it is one more time. They just didn't field the ball cleanly at all.
Well, it's kind of tough for linebackers. Hands are all taped up. Goes to Matt Miller's hands. All you want to do there is jump on the ball and cover it at that time when there's a muff.
Here's the scoring drive. Only went 22 yards and was kept alive because of a penalty against the Raiders. Steve Smith is in there at fullback, and Marcus Allen breaks it. 40. And Gilbert caught him from behind along with Vincey Glenn at the Raider 40-yard line after a 44-yard run.
We talked before about Kellen Winslow owning the Raiders. Marcus owns the Chargers. In fact, he has failed to get 100 yards against the Chargers only once in 5 years. Yet there has been a drought for Allen. He's had only one 100-yard game in the last 16 outings. He's got to play better tonight. On the problems of the offensive line. Before this year, they have not drafted an offensive lineman any higher than a number 6 pick in the last 5 years. They've got a lot of inexperience. You take a look at the holding right there.
That was a takedown by number 35, Strahan. That's Strahan or Smith?
Steve Smith. Yeah. That wasn't on the offensive line, though. That was Steve Smith, the running back.
First and 20. Wilson had the pocket collapse around him. Completes it. Billy Ray Smith makes the tackle as they got it to Todd Christensen for the first time.
Here's Todd Christensen, another guy who likes to make his living against the Chargers. Had 11 catches the last time out. Here you see on the ISO 2s.
There's nobody chucking him on the line. That's very important. You got to get your hands on Mr. Christensen on the line. By the way, he just had another baby boy, number 4 this week.
Chargers only giving up, were giving 10 fewer points per game this year. Big difference from last year, defensively.
Mark Wilson uses a timeout on 3rd and 7 with 4:18 to go in the first quarter. And the Raiders trying to tie it up. We'll see when we come back.
Mike Adre, King of Sports, with a great gift item of officially licensed Elgin NFL travel alarms. Small, lightweight, perfect for travel, with NFL team logos like the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, the Washington Redskins, and Miami Dolphins. Only $4.99 each for these or many other NFL teams like Dallas, Denver, or Minnesota. Get your NFL travel alarm today at Adre Appliance Photo and Sound Center, Dearborn, Outer Drive at Carlisle.
Hello and welcome to Jalapeno Pete's. Today we'll prove how just one bite at Jalapeno Pete's will make even the saddest person happy. Let's take a look. Our waitress is serving... Yes, it's one of our famous wet burritos. He's got his fork. He's taking a bite. And yes, he's smiling! Let's see that again. Just look at that happy face. That's Jalapeno Pete's across from the Westland Mall near Hudson's. Bet you can't find us.
Read Dianetics, the #1 self-improvement bestseller by L. Ron Hubbard. Buy your copy now at Walden Books.
Friday, the USBA middleweight title is on the line. Doug DeWitt battles undefeated Tony Thornton when Budweiser presents Top Rank Boxing, live Friday at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN.
It is his 20th anniversary flying Goodyear Plains tonight. Logged over 8,000 hours, and he's got a great view of San Diego at Jack Murphy Stadium. Charger fans really fired up here. Their team leading 7-0. It is 3rd and 7. Marcus Allen will go out to a wide receiver spot, and Smith alone remaining back. Plenty of time for Wilson. Throws deep sideline and overthrown. Intended out there for Fernandez, and a nice job by Elvis Patterson. Toast has not been getting burned this year.
Toast is the toast of San Diego. As a matter of fact, Elvis Patterson, after being cut by the Giants probably so quickly he had to change in the parking lot a few weeks ago, was a hero. He said in a replacement game, I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to be the guy that turns this game around. Came up with a 75-yard interception to beat the Raiders.
Chris Barr will attempt a field goal. It would be his longest of the season. They'll spot it at the 32, so it's a 42-yard try. And he hooked it and missed it. That's the way the Chargers season has gone this year, and also the way the Raiders season has gone. First quarter, still 7-0 San Diego.
Why is this man being so unfair to his wife? Enjoying his cold relief while she suffers, feeling no desire to sneeze while she stifles hers, without all the coughs and the runny nose that torture her night, resting in the same bed where she tosses and turns. Why? Because while she took a cold tablet, he took NyQuil. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine. Now in new cherry flavor, too.
If you're up against the old boy network, subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. You'll find that to achieve success, you don't have to be old. And you don't even have to be a boy.
Call 800-372-3000 for this special introductory offer. 13 weeks for just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.75. Phone 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
Why do you invest with Charles Schwab, America's largest discount broker?
The service is very good at Schwab, and my commission savings over several years have been substantial. Very substantial.
When I invest with Schwab, I'm only paying half the commissions, half the going rate.
Schwab saves me time. Schwab saves me money. Quite a bit of money.
Well, I just opened my Schwab account this week. Bought 100 shares of stock, and I saved $49. Not bad, huh?
I like knowing I can call Schwab 24 hours a day. Nobody tries to sell me anything. I get very good service.
I invite you to find out more about Schwab today. We drive down commission costs for the independent investor, and we do it with a level of service that you'll really appreciate.
For your free Schwab booklet, call toll-free 800-227-3500. That's 800-227-3500. Call Schwab now.
The place to be Friday is ESPN. The magic year of 1948 boasts Heisman Trophy winner Doak Walker as the king of the Southwest Conference. Next, the 1984 Cowboys' silver anniversary was their 19th straight winning season. Then middleweight Doug DeWitt and super middleweight Glenn LaPaglia are just two of the great boxers scheduled on Budweiser's Top Rank Boxing. Finish the night with Breeders' Crown Championship harness racing. Friday night means total sports on ESPN.
When you talk of Los Angeles football, spell it L-O-S-S. In fact, coming into today, the Raiders and Rams combined have won only 4 of their last 23 games. That is futility.
They also have the best winning percentage for the last 25 years of any professional team.
But what have you done for me lately?
Thank you. That you're only as good as your last show, or you're only as good as your last game.
Chargers take over. The ball at their own 24-yard line. A flag is down, and we've had a lot of them here in the first quarter, and they played a big part in this game, and it's a motion penalty against San Diego.
We talk about the most successful sports franchises in sports. Raiders, number one. But look at this. The Celtics breathing down their necks there, twos. The Canadiens, the Habs, 65.4%. The Orioles, 56%.
I think the reason you're seeing so many flags tonight is because they know it's a very emotional game. You can tell, folks, the way we're speaking tonight, we're caught up in some of the emotion ourselves. But it's a very emotional game. The referees are trying to keep the game in check.
You loved coming down here, didn't you?
I always have loved coming here. It has always been big-time football when you play down Charger time.
And there's a big-time quarterback. Sam Rutigliano said they'll have to build a special wing in the Hall of Fame for him, and they will. Big rush, Bout stands in there, got rid of it, incomplete, intended for Winslow, coupled by McElroy at the 31-yard line. Down to 3:31 first quarter, Chargers by touchdown. Raiders showing the rush, they come hard, don't get there. And Mojenko lines it out of there to Woods at the 22. Chargers, after holding back the rush, did a nice job of covering after a 51-yard punt. Only an 8-yard return. Rod Bernstein downfield to make the tackle.
Watching the America's Cup was a thrill, but there's no bigger joy than just getting on a boat with some friends and setting sail. If you want to find out what the pure freedom of sailing feels like, but you don't want to look bad while you're learning, at last there's an answer for you. Because now you can learn to sail in your own living room with this new instructional video called Michelob Sailing. It covers everything you need to know to look alive on deck. You'll learn all the important sailing lingo. Stopping the boat dockside, proper posture on deck, choosing course direction and how to stay on course, how to read the wind and how to tack, how to trim sails. You'll learn the rules for safe sailing and much more. And at only $14.95, Michelob Sailing makes the perfect Christmas gift for you or for that budding sailor you know. Michelob Sailing. Call 1-800-972-5858 to order your copy now and make sailing a breeze.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Had a speech problem. The real reason is he can't really pronounce the word I as well as he'd like. Bo Jackson has worked hard on a speech impediment, and Auburn teammate Lionel James told me the media attention is forced to improve him in that area. He's a great football player. You see a lot of him tonight.
A la Lester Hayes. He had a speech impediment, and he really improved a lot. Maybe Bo is just not the selfish person. That's why he doesn't say I so much.
He has learned the ground attack very well. He needs still some work in the passing game, and Allen and Jackson are in there together, the Heisman duo. And Wilson to throw out of that formation, dumps it off to Jackson. And the Chargers do a nice job of covering him up at the 35-yard line. Billy Ray Smith, the first man to him. Number 1 in the AFC, number 2 in the NFL, averaging 18.3 a return. A low kick, have to take it on the bounce and won't have a chance. Gets a Raiders roll inside the 20. And Stan Talley got away with a poor punt there with the roll. It's 45 yards.
Some of the big guys in there because it's very brutal in there. Like I said before, the National Football League also stands for not for long.
You also said the Washington Redskins, no, the 49ers, I should say, the dirtiest team in terms of leg whipping.
Well, they like to leg whip because of their lack of ability.
Kowalski, good news, left under his own power. 3rd and 10, Fouts under pressure. Townsend almost got there, throwing deep down to the flag, and there it is. Anderson was covered by Lionel Washington, and Washington just decided to tackle him.
Well, he didn't see the ball. He was in a man-to-man. He wasn't playing the guy's eyes the way he should have. He just didn't look back to see where the ball was. He's playing the guy's face, and there he ran right into him.
Let me tell you something. As we take a look at this call right here. Here it is, the official call.
38, defensive pass interference, first down.
Have penalties made a difference in this game?
Oh, boy.
Absolutely.
If Elvis Patterson was named toast in New York, Lionel Washington's been burned beyond recognition in L.A. Look at this. All over him, and he's been burned week in and week out. It's been a very disappointing aspect of the secondary.
Chargers, 1st and 10, 29-yard line. Adams, who is their best pure runner, barrels down to the 20.
Taking it right through the Raiders. Right to the Raiders' strength, which is Howie Long, Matt Millen, showing they're not going to be intimidated.
By the way, Curtis Adams had his career best against the Raiders last year. He may be back tonight, too, for more.
It's been a very pleasant first quarter for the San Diego Chargers. They're up against their arch rival by a touchdown.
Hi. I am looking for presents for my husband and my son, and I have seen shirts, ties, books, records. But you know, they love sports, so I thought maybe you had something here.
What's their favorite sport?
Baseball, I guess. Or maybe it's football. You know, come to think of it, they love basketball, boxing, hockey, tennis. They're real big sports fans.
There is a perfect present for guys like that, but I can't sell it to you.
Well, why not?
It's Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated?
America's #1 sports magazine. It gives them 55 weeks of great sports coverage, including the Year in Sports, the baseball preview, the football spectacular, the basketball preview, and the annual swimsuit issue.
Yeah, I know they'll like that.
This year, they'll also get one of Sports Illustrated's biggest issues ever, the '88 Olympic Preview Edition, with an exclusive look at all the major events, like hockey, skating, skiing. No one covers the Olympics like Sports Illustrated.
They'll really like that.
And you'll like getting Sports Illustrated at the Christmas sale price, over 60% off the cover price.
A sale before Christmas?
And no crowded stores. Because you don't go shopping for SI, you just call.
No shopping, no crowds? Very nice.
Just call their toll-free Christmas hotline for 55 issues of Sports Illustrated at the Christmas sale price. 3 monthly payments of $15.99 each. You won't even be billed till next year.
Well, it sounds like the perfect present for any man. On sale, no shopping, no catch?
You get 55 issues of Sports Illustrated at the Christmas sale price, including all the preview issues, the swimsuit issue, and the '88 Olympic Preview Edition. Even a card for under the tree. Just by calling toll-free 1-800-541-8400.
I'm sold. Where's the phone?
Over there.
What's that number?
1-800-541-8400.
I know what I'm getting my boyfriend.
And my dad.
Terrific idea. It's a great idea.
Whenever I see a scene like this, I wonder, did they have a will? As a court reporter, I know if you die without a will, the courts take over and make important decisions for you. Who gets your money, your property? Who gives away your life savings? Who will be your children's guardian? With no will, the courts decide everything, and your estate pays. Plus, if the state can't find any heirs, they keep your property. Don't worry. The Nationwide Will Plan has developed wills that are legal in all states and can be completed by you in just minutes by following very easy instructions. Call now. Only Nationwide wills offer you these special features: forms for gifts, provisions for distribution of personal items, forms for children's trusts, and your cost for the will plans is only $9.95. Call this number now and also receive this handsome folder for your legal documents. Don't let a stranger make the most important decisions of your life. Call now.
High-scoring Major Indoor League Soccer. The St. Louis Steamers try to put it past the Cleveland Force. Live Sunday at 4 Eastern on ESPN.
In a rule change, if there's a fumble now down in that area, it comes back to the point where it was fumbled, and that was a game that angered a lot of people. Tuesday felt the Raiders got away with one.
Boy, they sure did. It was a very nice day for the Raiders.
2nd and 2 for the Chargers. They'll run that full house backfield. And Fouts wants to throw out of the formation. Here comes the rush, and he threw it away.
Sure looked mobile on that play. I like the way Dan Fouts threw there. He's excited, too. You can see he's got 2 Anderson knee stablers on his knee there. Help, because both of his knees are really damaged. And those are really helping him. He gets any shots to his knee, they're protecting him a great deal.
We talked about it at the top of the game, the fact that there were 4 games he missed. Real good news for Dan Fouts. He's ready to go now on the home stretch. He's healthy.
He's fresh, and he's hungry, and he's one of the best.
He had missed 3 or more games for 4 straight years. Of course, he's 36 years old. He's taken a real beating. Winslow and Severs in as a double tight end. And they'll give it to Spencer on the toss. Spencer trying to get the first down. He got to the 20. He'll be at least a yard shy of that and bring up a 4th down situation.
Well, even more importantly than the fact that he's 36 years old is the fact that he played 15 years in the league. In this league, the average career length is about 3.9. It's very tough to last in this league.
You know, Fouts wanted to be paid for the time he missed, the 4 games he missed. $187,000 he wanted to be paid for not playing.
Can't blame the guy.
Vince Abbott will try his first field goal with the team in the lead this season. That's an incredible stat. And he's hit big ones. Abbott's got it up and through. And the San Diego Chargers, with a 7-game win streak going, now lead the Raiders 10-0.
Do you see this? This is mine. You don't go near it. You don't even think about it. You take any. And you're terminated. I'm warning you. You touch it. And you're history. You're dead.
When Coca-Cola is part of your life, you can't beat the feeling.
Who's dead?
How far do your kids have to go when they need information in a hurry?
I better get to the library before it closes.
If he only had the new Encyclopedia Britannica at home, he wouldn't have to go through all this. He could be learning right now about science, art, medicine. A 2-volume index makes subjects easy to find, and thousands of illustrations bring them to life. The new Encyclopedia Britannica. It's your key to the information age. But they can't use it if they can't get to it. Call this toll-free number for a free booklet on Britannica. Plus, receive your first copy of Britannica World Data Annual. It's free from Britannica Home Library Service when you acquire Britannica. Preview Britannica and receive free this 3-volume desk reference set.
Call 1-800-554-9000 for your free booklet and details on how you can receive your desk reference set. Encyclopedia Britannica, the library that never closes.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
The Chargers leading at 10-0 here in San Diego. 14-10 to go in the half. Mueller and Williams deep to receive, and Mueller from just outside the goal line and only gets back to the 16-yard line. You win a lot of games on special teams, and the Chargers have had great special teams this year. Eric Severs again.
Chargers are really hustling down. Excuse me, Michael. They're coming down full blast. These people are fired up. And when you got a fired up football team, you're in trouble because football is 85% emotion.
That scoring drive, 64 yards, took over 4 minutes off the clock. Mark Wilson with an interception for the Raiders so far, only 3 out of 6 for 25 yards. Jackson and Allen in the same backfield again. Wilson to throw. Had a lot of time and gets it out complete to Fernandez. Loose ball. Looks like the Chargers And it is.
There's emotion playing a factor right there. That was a great catch, but good hard hitting and good hustle resulted in recovery of that fumble. They can really get on top of the Raiders here and make it very good.
Because the defense has played pretty good football all season. The offense has been the problem, and 2 turnovers tonight have really made a big difference.
You put some big points on the board, it takes away your running game, too. It takes away your Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen.
Makes it a lot harder to operate and keep people guessing.
The Chargers have come from behind 5 out of 6 games. They're not used to being ahead. Adams. Nice cutback. And gets to the 30-yard line.
That other play where he got called, where Washington got called for the interference, was only because of the outstanding ability of this young man right here.
One of the problems for Gary
Anderson's tough. Excuse me.
One of the problems Gary's had is, where does he play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? He's a guy that's sort of in between, and they've had a difficult time accommodating his talents.
Because he can do everything so well.
They have him out as a wide receiver now. 4-man rush. Fouts has a lot of time. Throws it deep sideline. It's up for grabs and knocked away. That's the 3rd time Fouts has gone deep. The 2nd time for Chandler that the ball has just hung up there, and Lionel Washington knocked this one away.
Well, he thinks he can pick on Lionel Washington, and he's going to do that until something gives one way or the other. With Chandler, he's really hard to cover. I don't care who you are. He's very tough to cover. He figures if he just throws it up for grabs, Chandler, 9 times out of 10, will come down with it.
Abbott, who has already made a 38-yarder, will have this spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard try. His long so far this year has been 42. Good. And the Chargers take advantage of another break, and they are trying to run away and hide from the LA Raiders. 12:18 to go first half. It's 13-0.
Introducing the Sonnen electronic distance measuring instrument with built-in calculator to easily compute square feet and cubic feet. It measures, adds, and subtracts. The Sonnen 60 measures up to 60 feet. The Sonnen 150 with electronic target measures up to 150 feet. The Sonnen 250 with electronic target for up to 250 feet. The electronic distance measuring instrument from Sonnen, the measure of excellence.
The upset of the week is brought to you by Pepto-Bismol. For most common stomach discomforts, the one that coats is the only one you need. The tip-off classic, North Carolina minus J.R. Reed versus the #1 team in everybody's preseason poll, the Syracuse Orangemen. And Syracuse leads by 14 in the second half before the Heels mount a rally, keyed by Ranzino Smith. Freshman Pete Chilcutt gets the roll as the buzzer sounds, sending the game into overtime, where Carolina triumphs 96-93. The Pepto-Bismol upset of the week.
I'm home.
Hi, Mom.
Is your brother home yet?
He's upstairs. He says he feels yucky.
Bobby?
He ate a bunch of junk after school. The kid eats like a maniac. Oh, I feel yucky.
I've got just what you need.
Here it comes, the soothing relief of Pepto-Bismol. The one that coats is the only one you need.
Feeling better?
What time's dinner? Maniac.
Two great coaches, two teams with winning traditions. The defending national champion, the Indiana Hoosiers, shoot it out with Notre Dame. Live Tuesday at 8 Eastern on ESPN.
13-0 San Diego lead with 12:18 to go in the first half. Mike, Patrick, Roy Firestone, and John Matuzak with you from San Diego. Glad you could join us on ESPN. The Chargers on a 7-game win streak. The Raiders have lost 5 straight, and right now it looks like both of those streaks could continue. Miller. Nice job by Vance Miller staying on his feet and getting back out to the 30-yard line. There is another flag down, however, and Eric Sievers makes his 3rd tackle on kick coverage. On Dean Maraldi again. That's 3.
Well, he had a takedown here.
Holding number 64 offense. The hat trick. Boy, that's the kind of hat trick you don't want.
You'll see it on the right side of your screen here. Dean Maraldi on the hold. Here it is, Tooz.
Well, he basically just runs over the guy, but the problem was he just holds on to him as he's going down right there.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's too much of a takedown. He had the block. He didn't have to do that.
Welcome to wrestling. Penalties absolutely killing the Raiders. 10 for 85 yards. Wilson under pressure got it to Allen. Marcus Allen out to the 25-yard line. Fine job, and Banks had to bring him down after Billy Ray Smith couldn't get to it. 48 straight games for the Bills, and he's made a difference.
If he wouldn't have stopped Marcus there, you can see here Marcus is gone for at least first down yards. This is a great, great tackle.
Right by the
super back. Yes.
Beautiful.
He would have been gone.
Vince. Stan Talley, comes on to punt. And Little Train James back at his own 40. It's 13-0 Chargers, 8:55 to go in the half.
And Little Train should get a return here.
Pretty sailing kick this time, and James at the 37.
Good coverage.
A 44-yard kick, but a good 13-yard return by the number one punt return man in the AFC.
3 years they've been training for one race and one goal: to bring home the cup. Budweiser is proud to have sponsored Dennis Conner and the crew of the Stars and Stripes in their quest to bring the America's Cup home from Australia.
A long way from home, but you're not alone, 'cause your country's hopes are sailing with you. You make America work, and this fight's for you.
And it had little green creatures inside.
Yeah?
Where was this one from? Mars?
No, Volkswagen.
What's happening? The world-famous MetLife representative is adding new recruits to his prompt payment squadron.
You mean the one that makes sure MetLife claim checks get delivered promptly?
Yes, it's very important.
Snoopy is really getting tough with his new recruits, isn't he?
Only the best will do for MetLife customers.
What happens to the birds who don't make it into the prompt payment squadron?
They go into advertising.
Get Met. It pays.
You know, we used to drive a car, but then we outgrew it. So we bought one of those minivans, and we outgrew that. If we ever outgrow this Volkswagen van again, we're really in trouble.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Second quarter, and the Raiders self-destructing, and San Diego taking advantage of it, leading 13-0. We invite you to join us next Sunday for a couple of the best shows you will ever see on television: NFL Game Day and then NFL Primetime, followed by our telecast of the Dolphins and the Cowboys. Roger Staubach will be our guest analyst. That starts at 8 o'clock Eastern from Big D. And around James. And played beautifully out there by Lyndon King, the former San Diego Charger. You don't think he loves it.
You talk about Lyndon King. Here's a guy who ripped Alex Spanos, the owner of the Chargers, this week. He says, hey, I get a kick out of Spanos now, thinking he's a winner. Spanos doesn't have any team concept whatsoever. It's a hobby to him. He thinks he can buy everything, but you can't buy knowledge, and Spanos doesn't know anything about football. A former Charger, Lyndon King.
Talk about knowledge, excuse me, Roy. Talk about knowledge. He stayed at home and played that just right.
2nd and 14 for the Chargers, back at their own 45. James goes for a wing. The remaining back is Spencer. Fouts floats one out there for Anderson, who had gotten away from Lionel Washington. Washington fell down, but Fouts had thrown the ball before that occurrence. NFL number 4 active, only Largent, Newsom, and Lofton are ahead of him. Fouts now 8 out of 16, 88 yards, and that one touchdown, and a big play there. Spencer may have gotten an early start. He'll pick up a couple. Beef up that offensive line.
Beef is the word, 340 pounds from Mr. Rouse.
Could be Spencer here on the call. Spencer up front in the eye, Anderson behind him.
Good kid.
Anderson dives.
Look at athletic ability.
Oh, that's pretty. Goal, and Fouts is coming out, and Abbott is coming in. Now Saunders would like to get the points to make it 16-0.
So we talked to Coach Saunders yesterday. Very impressed with him. I didn't think I would be because I heard that he took made all his players taking knees, things like that. He's a very good coach and an excellent man.
From the 29, it'll be a 39-yard attempt. Abbott in a groove, and so are the Chargers. And this sellout record crowd in San Diego is loving every minute of it. 16-0 with 3:39 to go in the first half of play from Jack Murphy Stadium. College basketball starting already on ESPN. Our debut will have the Russian national team against the Runnin' Rebels of Nevada, Las Vegas. That's Tuesday at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. Tim Brando and my longtime partner Dick Vitale will be out there to bring you all the action. Soviet Nationals, UNLV.
You're all going to get some PT, huh?
That's right. And Dick, of course, fully recovered from that nasty auto accident.
Yeah.
Nice to have him back. We'll be working a lot of hoops together this year. The Soviet Nationals kind of got their tails handed to them when they played the pros, didn't they? So I think they're going to head out towards college ranks, be a little safer for them.
Sure. Well, maybe not at UNLV.
Maybe not, that's right.
Sort of changes the concept of having professionals play basketball in the Olympics, doesn't it? Wouldn't much the contest.
Yeah, the Soviets in Vegas. That's a total culture shock if I ever saw it. See them at the legends wheel.
Well, not too many casinos in Vladivostok. Mueller from the 5. Charger special teams have been terrific. Wow. They are again. Timmy Ware, the first man down, got a piece of him. And then Bernstein was in there on the tackle.
Once
and a great
again,
job by San Diego.
Thank you. Once again, the Chargers are just coming down full blast and not letting up. And that's all that special teams is effort and guts.
Minute warning.
Make that 7.
Adams trying to get to the first down, sticks it for 32. He's very close to it. Howie Long makes the tackle again. And we have been given the 2-minute warning here in San Diego. Timeout. It's the Chargers 16, the Raiders nothing. Back in a moment.
No one really knows how your skin got sensitive. But if it is, try the shave cream with more advanced lubricants than any other. New Gillette Foamy for sensitive skin.
If you just ask for a light beer,
Give me a light.
You never know what you'll get.
Dogs. No, actually, Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, ask for Bud Light.
Yours? No.
Because everything else...
Give me a light. Showtime.
...is just a light.
Even if you aren't an investor, the stock market can affect your business. So subscribe to the Wall Street Journal and profit from the market without investing anything more than the cost of a newspaper.
Call 800-372-3000 for this special introductory offer. 13 weeks for just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.75. Phone 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
A lot of people are really feeling the cold this winter. So add an extra layer of Owens Corning Pink Insulation. Owens Corning, we put your house in the pink.
What do you get for the man who has everything? Get him a Volkswagen Vanagon to carry it in.
Are the Seattle Seahawks legitimate Super Bowl contenders, or are they simply pretenders to the championship throne? Find out this week on Zenith Monday Night Matchup.
San Diego. 2 minutes to go first half. It is 16-0 Chargers. One thing that I've noticed I thought was really interesting. The people here in San Diego have waited for a long time for a game like this where they're dominating the Chargers. They're not that loud.
The Raiders.
I mean, the Raiders. Yeah. They seem to be stunned by the fact they really haven't been that loud in this game.
Yeah. They really are, but it's unbelievable the way they are dominating, too.
Yes, as a former Raider, I don't like it a whole lot, but it is very nice for the people of San Diego. But this is also the first collective group of folks that initiated the cheer.
There's Brian Holloway.
Amazing.
Brian Holloway, offensive tackle, much maligned in the New England area, I might add. Ray Berry apparently told a number of people that he didn't think he could play anymore. It had nothing to do with the fact he was a player rep for the Patriots. He just didn't have it left in him. He's now a member of the offensive line for the Raiders.
He's got to want to play.
1st and 10, San Diego. Winslow in motion. Adams. Nice move to the 25. But Fouts got it to Anderson.
That's a mark of a veteran quarterback. He could have just fallen on the ball like a lot of quarterbacks would, not to mention any names, but instead he fumbled around, picked that thing up, and still tried to make something happen. Just about did, too. It takes a lot of courage to stand in there.
Plenty of time, though. Where's the pass rush, dudes?
Well, all the guys lost the ball. They didn't know where it was. They didn't see the quarterback dropping back. They didn't know what was going on. It holds everything up.
Abbott will try from 53, and Fouts put the ball right in Anderson's hand. The way it's gone for Abbott, he'll make it.
He's pretty hot. Nice snap. Short.
And about 3 yards short. Abbott gave it his best shot with 27 seconds left, and that's about the only thing that's gone the Raiders' way in the first half. Hope you'll stay with us at halftime. Chris Berman, he'll recap week 9 of the NFL, and Tom Jackson will analyze the first half, plus something I think you're really going to love. George Carlin will explain the difference between baseball and football in a way you probably never heard it before.
Or if you have, you'll hear it again and enjoy it again.
Enjoy it again.
Because it's a classic. It's a terrific thing.
Well, what will the Raiders do with the last 27 ticks of the first half?
Give it to Bo.
Wilson with a lot of time, dumps it off. The ball was tipped and Allen couldn't hold it. They just look disorganized on offense right now.
Mark Wilson, not to belabor this issue about Mark Wilson because he's been much maligned, but Bill King, the Raider announcer, told me that when he gets hit or when he gets pressure, he looks like the most surprised guy in the stadium. He just doesn't like it. He wants no part of the heat. And so he'll get rid of that ball quickly. He won't stay in there.
Wilson only 5 out of 11 for 54 yards in the first half. And San Diego up 16-0. Wilson plenty of time this time and rifles it complete to Lofton. Lofton to the San Diego 45-yard line. Did not get out of bounds, and they'll have to use a timeout to stop it with 11 seconds to go.
Can you believe Lofton only came away with his first touchdown reception last week? Now, sure, there were replacement games, but the fact is to only have one interception and be a receiver the caliber of a James Lofton at this point of the season, it's unbelievable. It's mind-boggling.
One reception for a touchdown, but he is a good one. He's had a lot of problems with the different quarterbacks. He's had Hilger. Who's going to throw to me this week? Hilger, Wilson, Vince Evans. Who's going to throw to me?
Good point.
And he's got to settle down. They've got to give him somebody that's standard in there.
Another point that Flores made to us, too, the other night was the fact that in defense, you can shift a player in, take a player out, but on offense, it's all precision-oriented. So if you make changes on your offensive unit, it's going to affect all the other players in your offensive unit, and maybe Lofton's feeling part of that.
He has to be, plus the protection, the fact that you haven't had the same offense.
They'll just play center field back there and hope Wilson can't hit the bomb.
He might with Lofton or Fernandez.
Except for a penalty, this will be the last play of the half. And it's knocked down in the end zone. Trying to throw for Lofton. Bensy Glenn was back there, along with Danny Walters. And a standing ovation from the San Diego fans who have seen their Chargers stun the Raiders 16-0 in the first half.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. And the Chargers continue to wear the slipper as they are way over the Raiders 16-0. What happened this afternoon in the National Football League Week 10? That is why we're here. Let us start at Foxborough, Massachusetts,
where it was a nice day, except if you were Tony Dorsett of the Dallas Cowboys. He was on the sidelines. Herschel Walker started a tailback for the Cowboys. He also finished it. In overtime, Dallas got the coin toss and the ball. 60 yards. Look at him go. Herschel Walker. He could go all the way. Raymond Claiborne with the shot. Forget it. Touchdown. Dallas over New England 23-17. Walker 173 yards. At Pittsburgh, Steeler coaching staff cannot believe their quarterback play. They also can't believe that Warren Moon of the Houston Oilers is doing this to a very good secondary. 2 third-quarter touchdown passes. This one to Drew Hill, 42 yards, and the Oilers stun the Steelers in Pittsburgh, 23-3. At St. Louis, Charles White, 213 yards for the LA Rams, helped them tie the St. Louis Cardinals at 24 all late. And then, the last play of the game, Mr. Accuracy, Mike Lansford is good from 20 yards as the Rams beat the Cardinals on the road 27-24. Noah's Ark Day at Kansas City. The rain pouring down for the Chiefs and the Jets. Only one touchdown scored in this game. It was by New York. Quarterback Ken O'Brien to all-pro receiver Al Toon. He beats Kevin Ross. Freeman McNeil at 184 yards. The Jets win 16-9. At Cleveland, it was Jim Kelly against Bernie Kosar, Miami Alumni Day. But it was Kosar, who was hottest. To Reggie Langhorne, 15 yards. And the Browns beat the Buffalo Bills 27-21. At RFK Stadium, where the Lions are 0-13 lifetime. Jay Schrader had a problem. He was benched just for ineffective play. Doug Williams came in late second quarter. Watch this rainbow for the Redskins to Gary Clark, who makes a circus catch, and the Redskins, tougher than expected, but they beat Detroit 20-13. At Atlanta, you had to wear bags on your head to attend this game between the Falcons and the Bengals. Last minute of play, Larry Kinnebrew, 100 yards. These are the most important two. Touchdown. Bengals beat Atlanta 16-10. At Miami, where the Colts never win. Things are different now in the Ron Meyer era. Fumble! Dwayne Pickett picks up the football for the Colts. Miami having problems with turnovers all day. Meanwhile, Albert Bentley had 2 touchdowns for Indianapolis. Eric Dickerson, 154 yards. The Colts go on to rout the Dolphins at Joe Robbie Stadium 40-21. Leif Erickson on hand to watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers try and score from the 1-inch line against the Minnesota Vikings. But, fumble! Jeff Smith coughs up the football. This would cost the Tampa Bay Bucs because they would lose by 6. 23-17. The Vikes win. In another dome in the Pacific Northwest, the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Packers. Packers turned the ball over 5 times. So did the Seahawks. But the difference is the Seahawks have Kurt Warner. 123 yards on the day, including this 57-yard scamper. Ground chuck indeed, as the Seahawks beat the Packers by 11, 24-13. At Candlestick Park in San Francisco, Ray Worsham field goal blocked. The Saints special teams continue to be outstanding. Sutton with the block. Johnny Poe with the race. 62 yards touchdown. 23-14 Saints. Montana did not start. It was Steve Young, but Montana comes in 4th and 7 late to Ron Heller. Touchdown. And the Niners lead it with 1:06 to go. But Morton Anderson, 4th field goal of the day. It's good. And the Saints upset the Niners 26-24. At Philadelphia, Jeff Rutledge super 298 yards, including this bomb to Lionel Manuel. Eagles and Giants tied at 17 late. Raul Allegra had a 53-yard field goal earlier. This 52-yarder just sneaks in the 4th quarter, and the Giants hold on to beat the Eagles 20-17. That was today. This is tonight at Jack Murphy Stadium, as the Chargers are laying it to the LA Raiders at halftime. Chargers 16, the Raiders nothing. Tom and Pete are with me back in a moment.
There's an easier way to enjoy fresh seafood at Bet and Jesse's Fish and Chips. Delicious fish and chips, clams, oysters, lobster, and shrimp. Also chicken and hamburgers.
Presenting the Bet and Jesse's special. Savory fish and chips, coleslaw, beverage, roll and butter. All for only $4.65.
Bet and Jesse's Fish and Chips, the best seafood in town on Grand River east of Inkster.
Hello, hunters! Shooter Service is ready for you. Choose from a complete line of shotguns and rifles. Ammo for all your hunting needs. Also tools and components for reloading. Scopes, cases and gun safes. Outdoor videos. Archery supplies. Compound and recurve hunting bows, arrows, and accessories. Shooter Service's friendly, knowledgeable staff wants to make your hunting happy. Shooter Service on 6 Mile and Middle Belt in Livonia.
Get your fresh roasted peanuts!
Look, Papa!
Back then, you bought Planters nuts fresh from the roaster, and one whiff drew you across the pond.
It's Mr. Peanut!
You could see the steam rising in the cold air.
Thank you.
Well, today, that goodness lives on in Planters Mixed Nuts, our finest assortment with that old-time roaster taste. Planters Nuts, that old-time goodness lives on.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Roy Firestone, John Matuzak, Mike Patrick back at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. The Chargers leading the Los Angeles Raiders 16-0. It's times like these that Bo Jackson probably wishes he were back playing in the outfield for the Kansas City Royals. But there are vast differences between the game of baseball and the game of football. Comedian George Carlin has his own ideas. Here's George. I think that bit should be in the Hall of Fame somewhere. You know, John Matuzak played baseball. That's why he ended up playing football, right?
Well, all kidding aside, football is a very serious game, but so is baseball. With that ball coming in there 90-some miles an hour, it really is very serious. But it did get me when I moved from Milwaukee to Oak Creek, Wisconsin. The kids were throwing everything over my head, and I was so anxious to hit it. I hit anything and tried to hit anything and everything they threw at me. And they laughed at me, and I never forgot that. And from that day on, I swore that I would make them pay for laughing at the Tubes.
What position were you, Tubes?
Well, I was a pitcher, and then I went to first base, and then I went to outfield, and then I went to left out.
What a great catcher. What a great catcher this guy would have made, huh? What a target, huh? We'll come back from Jack Murphy Stadium. The Chargers lead 16-0. We'll come back with more right after this.
If you own a house, you gotta own a shop vac. This baby's got the power to pick up almost anything.
Got broken glass, nails, or wood chips? Shop vac gobbles up stuff that would kill an ordinary vacuum. And a shop vac wet dry can even vacuum water like a flooded basement. The washing machine is flooding the house.
Every house needs a shop vac. Starting at under $50, a shop vac is heavy duty, not heavy money. And remember, if it doesn't say shop vac, keep shopping.
If you've ever thought of starting a business, or if you already have, the Wall Street Journal could open some new doors for you. And more important, help keep them open.
To order, call 800-372-3000 for the Journal. Ideal for gift giving. 13 weeks for just $29.75 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $29.75. Phone 800-372-3000 now for the Wall Street Journal.
You know, I love the excitement in Atlantic City and Las Vegas. And okay, I get VIP treatment. Now you too can get VIP treatment and big savings just by carrying the Players Club Go card. You'll save money on rooms, on top-name entertainment, on food and beverages. Just join the club that's honored the world over. Atlantic City, Las Vegas, Reno, Tahoe, the Caribbean, all around the world. Hey, no strings attached to get the club's benefits. You listen to telly? Call Players Club today.
Hi, I'm Denise Austin. Join me every day to tone up and trim down. See how celebrities keep in shape and find out the latest on fitness.
Vince Abbott of the Chargers will kick off to start the third quarter. The Raiders have Vance Mueller 42 and 85, Dokie Williams deep to receive. And it's critical that the Raiders get something going on offense as we start the third quarter. Mueller at the 5. And once again, Bernstein down on special teams is in on the tackle, along with Daniel Hunter, a reserve cornerback.
These special teams set the pace for the start of the whole second half, and that's very important. And we got our halftime statistics, Roy.
Yeah, you take a look at the disparity there. Probably most in the passing yardage for the Chargers.
And also an area the Chargers never used to excel in, time of possession. And the penalties have been such a big difference for the Raiders as well, as they've had the only two turnovers of the ball game. Wilson opens the second half at quarterback after an ineffective first two quarters. Allen trying to get outside. Mike Charles, the nose tackle, came across and made the stop. And we'll take a look at what the Raiders did in the first half when they had the football, and honestly, it wasn't much. An interception on their first possession that led to a touchdown. Then they missed a field goal, their only scoring opportunity of the half. 3 plays and a punt. 1 play and Mark Wilson's second interception. Then another punt. And things just did not go well for the Raiders in the first half. They got close to field goal territory at halftime, but it was too long for Chris Moore to try. 2nd and 10. Pocket collapsing around Wilson, throwing for Williams. What a catch at the 45. There is a flag down.
Again,
Jokey Williams was blasted by Martin Bayless.
What concentration by Jokey Williams out of UCLA. I think we got a defensive pass interference because it was thrown so far downfield. We'll see here.
Holding, number 34, defense. Decline.
Patterson.
First down.
Toaster.
This was one terrific catch. And the irony, I guess, here is that Jokey Williams wanted to be traded to the San Diego Chargers about 3 weeks ago. Look at the throw, too. Right on the money. Beautiful catch. And big pressure, too, from Patterson.
Best throw Wilson's had the entire ball game. Allen on the toss.
Oh, no.
Another flag is down, and again, this is going to be a hold on fullback Steve Smith, who was leading the play, and for the second time in the ball game, he just grabbed the linebacker and held it. And it was Chip Banks.
Those are bad practice habits. You know, those something that you pick up. You practice like you play. Such a precise position.
Lee Williams, a USFL castoff. Tom Bass, the former defensive coordinator for the Chargers, telling me he may be the most underrated defensive lineman in the American Football Conference.
15 of the 21 players on the defensive roster for the Chargers were waived or traded just before they were going to be waived. That's why they call them the cast-offs, and right now they're tossing a shutout.
Great scouting, though, when you think about it. That's just great.
Browning. Lost it down. 4th down.
When you take a look at all the guys they picked up, you know, every one of them, Humiston and Elvis Patterson, Mike Charles, they saw something, the scouts did, in the films. They saw something they liked, and they were able to motivate these players into playing well as a unit.
Defensive coordinator Ron Lynn said it's just hard for him to believe that teams gave up on the guys that he ended up picking up for next to nothing. Lionel James waiting at his own 23, and it's been a busy night for Stan Talley. High snap. Pretty kick this time. Explosive for James. 15-yard line. And took a shot as he stopped shy of the 20-yard line. 48-yard punt, only a 4-yard return. Timeout 3rd quarter. Still 16-0 Chargers.
You can hear the understandable pride when modern brewers talk about the time they spend brewing their beers, or the time they spend lagering them. True, this reflects effort and care. But for Budweiser, some things take even more time. Like waiting for a big beechwood tree to grow from a small beechwood tree. For all the years past, and the years to come. This is the kind of time and the kind of care that go into your beer. Beechwood aged Budweiser.
A lot of people who don't think they need a hearing aid may already have one.
Up 2 streets, take a right.
He said up 2 streets and take a right.
They bring their hearing aid with them everywhere.
What'd he say?
He said he doesn't want to leave her, but he has to.
Now there's a hearing aid for people reluctant to wear one. It's called Miracle Ear. If you can hear people talk but can't understand all the words, if you have nerve deafness, Miracle Ear could help. And Miracle Ear is tiny, practically unnoticeable. Call 1-800-233-9800 for a free booklet about better hearing, what steps to take next, and how to get a free hearing test.
Thousand Island or vinaigrette?
She said Italian, Thousand Island, or vinaigrette.
Call Miracle Ear, 1-800-233-9800. The phone call, information, and hearing test are free. Call now. When you're losing your hearing, the worst thing to do is nothing.
What did he say?
Michael Chang is a high school sophomore playing on the pro circuit. Is he the future of American tennis? Hi, I'm Chris Fowler. That's on this week's ESPN Scholastic Sports America Wednesday.
Roy Firestone, John Matuzak in San Diego with 12:31 to go third quarter. The Chargers, riding the crest of a 7-game win streak, are shutting out the Raiders 16-0. Adams back in there, and they'll try to keep it on the ground with him. He's had a fine ball game so far, out to the 22-yard line.
Curtis Adams, the ball carrier.
Chargers in the first half took advantage of turnovers after their first drive, which was only 4 plays and a punt. After an interception, they drove 7 plays for a touchdown. Next time, they had to punt the ball after only 3. Got 1 of 2 Vince Abbott field goals on the next drive, followed by the second, and Abbott was just about perfect. Hit his third after an 11-play drive, and then finally missed from long range, and it's 16-0. Second and 7. Blitz coming against Fouts, throws the whole hand complete. Turan tosses him out of bounds.
Pass complete. Number 88.
Jim Plunkett at age 40. Why not Plunk? You know, he may be 40, but he's done it before, especially now the Raiders are desperate for leadership in the huddle, too.
I just don't think that they'll bring Jim back unless he get an injury to Mark Wilson to 44.
And will kick to Chris Woods, standing at 22. Beautiful. Woods back to the 17, fumble the ball. And got it back. 53-yard kick by Mozyenko, and Elvis Patterson was down there to give him a shot.
Elvis Patterson in on this play. After being cut from the Giants, Elvis found his Graceland in San Diego, folks.
Toast is becoming the breakfast of champions, isn't it? A la Pete Axtell. Timeout, third quarter. 16-0 Chargers.
Daddy always wanted a boy, so he taught me all about cars, how to fix them and keep them running smoothly, because knowing cars was his business, and now it's mine. That's why I know a good deal when I see one. Like Prestone 2, America's most trusted antifreeze and coolant. Now at any one of the 104 Auto-Rite stores near you. Do it right with Auto-Rite.
Once upon a time, millions of us roamed the bathrooms of America.
We're bull shavers, convinced we had to use shavers with all kinds of expensive extras.
But we don't pay an arm and a hoof anymore, 'cause us bull shavers are becoming
Bic shavers. Bic gives us an extraordinary shave at an extraordinary price, without bells or whistles. To pay more makes you, well, bullheaded. Try the Bic for normal or sensitive skin, and you too will have a beef.
With bull shaving.
Charlie Brown. Not again. Not to worry, Charlie Brown. I'm simply making a point for MetLife. The point is, don't trust anyone who doesn't spell out what you're getting up front, like a MetLife representative does. Get Met, it pays.
Nothing makes your day like helping others make it on their own.
You bring out the pride we all feel inside.
It's going to be easy next week.
It's more than just the job you do. You make America work, and this Spud's for you.
Good work.
Here's to you, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This Spud's for you.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Michael, of 9 Raider starts, 7 have begun on their own 20 or shorter, or inside their 20. That's great play by the Chargers.
Has to be frustrating for the defense. They played a pretty good ball game. Their offense has produced absolutely nothing for them. Delay, Bo Jackson. Got it across the 25 to about the 26-yard line, and Jeffrey Jackson, one of the replacement players that stuck, made the stop.
Bo Jackson, you see a little bit better. What we're talking about, we say, is as strong as a fullback, as quick as a track star, explosive, and a punisher. He's the whole package. Howie Long told me at that guy's size, 235, and his speed, it is like getting hit by a truck when you try and tackle him.
That's a load.
When he accelerates, it's got to be scary. Wilson on 2nd and 1. Plenty of time, now has to throw to Williams, sideline. Nice move by Doki. Williams got away from Billy Ray Smith and picked up another 3 or 4 yards.
Some say it was after Willie Gault beat him in the Bears game, he kind of pulled up slowly on a play that didn't necessarily decide a touchdown. And Bill Parcells apparently didn't like that and cut him the next day.
San Diego's very happy to have him. Here comes the blitz on 2nd and 8. Wilson unloads for Lofton and complete. And they got to Wilson, made him throw it before he wanted to. Lee Williams putting the pressure on him along with Billy Ray Smith on the blitz.
We talk about Bo Jackson. Can he block for Marcus Allen? Take a look at this block right here, too.
He steps up and he takes a man on right here. Billy Ray is a load to begin with. Billy Ray comes. He took him the only way you can take someone that size is low. But they're getting to Mark Wilson. They're putting the pressure on him, and that's frustrating for a guy like Mark. And that's why they're down 16-0.
3rd and 8 from the 41. 4 down linemen for the Chargers in their pass rush setup. Knocked away by Patterson, intended for Lofton. It'll be 4th down.
Thrown behind Lofton.
And that's what John Matuzak did.
Stan Talley to punt to James. Another pretty hit. James driven back inside the team.
Great coverage.
Only got it back out to the 11-yard line. A 3-yard gain after a 50-yard punt by Talley. Steve Strahan on Raiders special teams made the stop.
That's Garfield's mug, and you can get one for 69 cents when you buy any McDonald's food item. When Garfield's around, you never know what will happen.
Did you drink my milk? No. Garfield?
You can collect all 4 Garfield mugs at McDonald's.
Mom, send $500 soon, or there won't be a honeymoon.
I'm calling about your son, Jerome. Better send money. He wants to go home.
早く送ってくれないか。スピード違反でパクられた。
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 10,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less. Sayonara! Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
Be right back, Pop.
This bug's for all that you do.
Hey, Pete, come here. This year?
Hey, my glove.
I found out Pop worked overtime to pay for it. He was always knocking himself out to give us something better.
Sounds a lot like you.
Budweiser, the king of beers, salutes everyone who's ever worked for more than just a paycheck.
Thanks. I think that's my line.
This bug's for you.
The sound, the action, the thrill of being there. This is the excitement of a masterful performance. This is Hitachi. Masterpieces in the art of home entertainment. Hitachi!
The first destination of ESPN and Pan Am's World Tour 87 is the Brazilian Grand Prix in Rio. ESPN and Pan Am will take 2 lucky couples to Rio de Janeiro for an all-expense-paid week of fun and excitement at the Grand Prix. To enter the sweepstakes, watch Speed Week and catch the winning slogan. Write the slogan on a card with your name and address and mail to World Tour Sweepstakes, Post Office Box 907, Ridgely, Maryland, 21683. If you're one of ESPN's World Tour winners, Pan Am will fly you and a guest to Rio for a week of sunning on Ipanema Beach, dancing at the Copacabana, touring this exotic city, and enjoying the colorful Grand Prix festivities. Pan Am has 2 daily nonstop flights to Rio de Janeiro, each on a comfortable 747. Pan Am schedules and fares to, from, and within South America are the industry's best, making us the first choice to this exciting continent. So get your passport ready and join ESPN and Pan Am's World Tour in Rio.
8:23 to go in the third quarter. The Chargers on top by 16. The Raiders have actually outgained San Diego, 216 to 169 yards. They always seem to be starting at their own 15-yard line and have not been able to go the length of the field. And the Chargers have taken advantage of a couple of turnovers to score 10 at 16. Sideline to Anderson, stays in bounds and gets to the 35-yard line. Gary Anderson made the tackle, or made the catch in front of Jerry Robinson for 23 yards.
The USFL guy said that Gary Anderson was the best player in that league.
4th and 7, and Moshenko comes on to punt. Woods is again deep to receive, standing at about his own 15, and if they don't get a poor kick or a good return, it's miserable field position again for the Chargers. Kick this time by Moshenko. There is a flag down. And it will go out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And we'll check the flag for it. 42-yard kick with the roll for Rolf Moshenko. And the preliminary signal is against the Raiders. We'll check it out for you with Pat Haggard.
Holding.
And it is against the Raiders.
Are there too many penalties called in the game of football? They over-regulating the game?
Well, I think they're trying to keep a violent game under control. And the only way to do that is to have rules and regulations.
Punt by Moshenko went 41 yards.
43, post possession, first down.
Sammy Seal, by the way. There it is.
Flag has already been thrown here, so you can't see what's happened, but Mr. Sammy Steele is working very hard keeping Patterson, Mr. Elvis Patterson, out of the game. And Elvis has been all over the place tonight.
The Raiders starting where they almost expect to start anymore, from their own 11-yard line. Allen and Jackson in the same backfield. Jackson. Patterson missed him, and he picks up 7 yards on a play that it looked like he would have been stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Bo talking a lot about his hobby. Remember, he got into hot water. Here are America's favorite hobbies. Our crack research staff, folks, came up reading the #1 favorite American hobby. Can you believe it? It's true. Exercise is #2, way down on the list. Pro football. Incidentally, Bo's favorite sport is not football or baseball. It's track #1, football #2, baseball #3.
And the Raiders just can't get it going.
Crowd is loving this. As a former Raider, I must admit it is hard to take, but I have to hand it to the San Diego Chargers. They came to play football tonight.
Well, they're 7-1. Nobody outside of San Diego believes, but if this keeps up, they'll be 8-1 with an 8-game win streak. And somebody better start believing before they're 13-1.
15-1.
You got to get to 13 first.
I sure do.
James had a seam almost broken, got back over the 40, a 12-yard return after a 50-yard stand tally punt. We have a timeout. 4:43 to go in the quarter, still 16-0.
It's time for Lifestyles of the Original Party Animal with the grand poobah of Partyometry, Bud Light's own Spuds McKenzie, as he's planning tonight's big bash. His fans watch as he tans his way to party elegance, a facial and massage, and Spuds McKenzie is ready to party. And Spuds parties with only Bud Light. He knows everything else is just a light. Go Spuds!
Titanium. The stuff the fastest jets are made of. Introducing the watch with the right stuff. The new Timex Titanium.
Well, you know the bad news.
Charlie Carlson is in the meeting of his life, and his shirt is perfectly dry. But that doesn't mean he smells good. Because underarm odor is invisible, he needs total protection. Sure Solid.
If everyone would take a
Sure not only helps protect against wetness, it actually kills bacteria that cause odor. So, Charlie, why go to work with a dry shirt and a false sense of security? Use Sure Solid and be just as sure about odor as you are about wetness.
Introducing AmberVision, the most amazing breakthrough in vision technology since glasses were invented. These super glasses actually improve vision indoors, outdoors, day or night. We guarantee it. Look, AmberVision blocks the blurring blue rays, the same rays that cause haze and fog.
Everything is so much crisper and clearer.
I can't believe my own eyes. They're amazing.
AmberVision blocks 100% of the dangerous ultraviolet light with UV 400, the best protection for your eyes. You'll wear these high-fashion glasses all year round, and one size fits all.
Oh, I can't believe the difference.
Catalogs offer similar glasses for $59.95, but now you can order AmberVision for just $10 on this special offer. Seeing is believing, so order AmberVision today.
Clip-on model is also available. Credit card users call 1-800-445-4000. That's 1-800-445-4000. Or send just $10 plus $2.50 shipping to AmberVision, Box 2500-E, West Caldwell, New Jersey, 07007.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
And he left just now to go to the locker room, some kind of injury. Here's the play. We'll see what happened. Chip Banks on the coverage. He had an injured heel, but it's hard to see if it's the heel or if it's his hand, his wrist, something. It didn't really favor his leg, so it might have been something in his wrist area.
His back.
We'll find out. We don't want to speculate.
Okay. And here's the San Diego option, and James, who has the option of tossing it to Anderson, kept. And you know, if San Diego runs an option, Dan Fouts is not going to be involved in it. Lionel Washington made the stop.
Seem to have the motivation. They don't seem to have that same fire. There seems to be something lacking, and they have the talent on this football team.
What's lacking is an offense.
Well, they have the talent, though, too.
Well, you've got to pay an offensive line. You've got to have an offensive line in there. They don't have that. That's the heart and soul of the team.
Kicking to Woods at the 15, took it on the run. Comes up the sideline and cut down as he reached the 30-yard line. And it was Timmy Ware, the reserve wide receiver, down to cut him down after a 14-yard gain and a 39-yard punt. Coming up on Thursday night, you'll get a chance to see Gordy Lockbaum, Heisman candidate, although Heisman candidate almost in name only, as is everyone else except for Tim Brown. They'll play against Villanova as Holy Cross. That's a Division I AA game, and the final chance for him to play in college, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. Denny Schreiner and Stan White, and the first time on network television that the fans of the United States have gotten a chance to see Gordy Lockbaum.
Can he handle the pressure?
Oh, I think so. They've been on a roll this year. 3:17 to go third quarter. Raiders have it at their own 29. Hey, this is great field position for them tonight. Mark Wilson making his first start of the year. It has not gone well. Jackson. And the Chargers swarm, stop him for 2. A flag is down.
of this great return is not only the missed tackles that you're going to see here, but the fact that it's a line drive kick. Very few guys had a chance to get down there in time. Gives Lionel a chance to get on track.
A lot of guts doing this, too. A lot of guts doing this in traffic.
Very much so, Roy. He is really a tough character.
1:54 to go, third quarter. San Diego continues to lead at 16-0. Chargers have the ball back. Adams had a good night running the football, gets it up to the 36-yard line. I think the Chargers have learned how to win, being 7-1. The replacement team, and there's the defense that has shut out the Raiders so far. They've got to be very proud of themselves, the way they have put it together. Billy Ray Smith, I think, probably put it best when he said, they just have the chemistry. Sometimes you get it, you throw 20 guys together, and it's there. He doesn't know why, but it is there. Bouts against the blitz, gets it to Winslow. Flag is down. Winslow at the 47-yard line. Jerry Robinson on the coverage there. Robinson and Winslow were tied up. We'll see who gets the call.
Could be offensive, but I doubt it.
Holding, defensive, number 57.
That's who it was, Jerry Robinson. You'll see it, and it's at the start of the play for 57, Jerry Robinson. Right here, he's holding, look at that. That's grabbing the shirt there, Twos.
Oh, nobody's holding Howie Long right there in the same picture, though, is he? I mean, it goes both ways. You could call a penalty probably on every play in this game because there's 11 individual battles going on. And for women out there, if you want to enjoy this game, pick one person out and watch them.
His last year, 80 catches. The only Pro Bowl player on this team, team's MVP.
Washington nearly got burned on that one. 2nd and 20. And the Chargers offensive line has done a great job protecting fouls. Little delay, they'll keep it up on the ground after about the 38. Matt Miller made the tackle along with Sean Jones and Rod Martin.
The only reason you're getting a little booing now is because the Charger fans want to see a little more action. They miss the Air Coryell, but what they can't miss are the losing seasons. Chargers are winners now, and they've got to like that. They've got to be happy with the success that they're having now.
Through 3 quarters, they should be standing and cheering for these Chargers. They lead the Raiders 16-0.
Feel it, feel it, feel it. That Noxema feeling. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Feel it, oh so close.
It's here. Noxema Shave Cream for extra sensitive skin. Feel that soothing blue lather protecting you from irritation. Feel the closeness. Feel the comfort.
Feel it, oh so close.
Medicated Noxema Shave Cream for extra sensitive skin.
Noxema feeling. Feel it, oh so close.
Come on, honey. Let's play, huh?
A wonderful scene, isn't it? Yet many people avoid moments like that because they suffer from the pain of arthritis, bursitis, backache, headaches, old injuries, pain that does not allow them to enjoy life completely. This is the ProHealth Stimulator, a device that relieves pain so quickly and successfully that many doctors recommend it, and Medicare and insurances will pay for it. Our registered nurse will give you a free home visit to show you how to use the stimulator. Mild, stimulating pulses that relieve pain and tension in minutes. The ProHealth Stimulator, easy to use at work and play. No more drugs, no injections, no hot or cold packs. Call Project Health, 800-722-7101. We'll show you how to use the stimulator. You'll feel the relief. 800-722-7101. It's covered by Medicare and most insurance companies. The stimulator. It's guaranteed.
Both neighbors just bought garage door openers. Ralph bought old-fashioned chain drive, but Herb got Genie Track Drive, the chainless opener. Herb's lucky. Track Drive really is the easiest to install and never needs grease or adjusting. Buy Track Drive and get a little help from me, or buy Chain Drive and go it alone. Track Drive, the easiest to install. Only Genie has it.
Genie Track Drive, available at Montgomery Ward.
The color and excitement of college basketball's best stands out on ESPN. See more than 150 live NCAA basketball clashes, including more than a dozen conference championships and NCAA tournament action. The college basketball season tips off with a weekend of 2 special tournaments, the Great Alaska Shootout and the Maui Classic. NCAA basketball stands out November 27th through the 30th, live on ESPN.
That may not have been the best game I ever saw, but it was certainly the most exciting game I ever saw, and that guy was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Multi-talented. See if I can develop that in just a few moments. He's got other interests outside of football.
3rd and 17 as we start the 4th quarter. Fouts. And he's down. Dan is not about to get back up, and Howie Long had a big hand on him for the 2nd sack of the ballgame.
We're talking about Winslow, number 80. He's got a play out. It's called Struggle. It's about the plight of the black man in America. Very serious writer. He wants to be an actor, too, and as well as an attorney. They talk about struggle. I say, hey, Kellen, you're making $700,000. What do you know about struggle? He said, struggle is not merely an issue of money. Very, very thoughtful man.
And a very nice person, too.
Chris Woods is back to receive the punt. I keep waiting for the Raiders to come with a block to try to get something started. Good protection. And Mojenko, not a good kick this time. And Woods takes it out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Only a 30-yard kick off the side of the foot of Rolf Mojenko.
And then look, this looks like a kickoff return.
This is a beautiful return. Gets the ball here, he starts cutting against the grain, makes these offensive linemen work really hard for their money. Now he'll cut back again. See your defensive lineman looking for somebody to block. Everybody's trying to get something to happen. The Raiders have to make something happen. And if they score here with 9:24 left, we might have a football game.
Boy, Spencer made a great effort to make the tackle, and you have to wonder where Dan Fouts was throwing that one. Anderson was the only guy within 20 yards.
Yep. Well, the crowd woke up.
And Mark Wilson, I think, motioned to the referee that he couldn't hear.
He can't even hear us talking up here. Now, you've got to be careful here because the more you complain to the referees here, the more the crowd loves it. So just don't react to their reaction, really.
Now, Roy, what's the deal with all those towels? The crowd really helped them win a week ago.
Remember Pittsburgh with the terrible towel? They brought it here to San Diego tonight. They gave away free towels to try to get the fans worked into this game.
The only way to take these fans out of the game and keep them quiet is by making something happen. Might have to go on a quick count for them to go at all.
Wilson is doing a very smart thing. He's not being intimidated by it. He's standing in the line of scrimmage. He said, I've got all night. They are not running the 30-second clock because of the crowd. It just sits on 30.
Well, I'm amazed that they finally woke up. Their club has been beating the Raiders all night. Here they go.
And once again, they'll pull it back.
I think you should go ahead and let them go wild a few times, but then let them play football because that's what we all came here for to see. Wasn't very good English, Mom. Sorry about that.
San Diego opponents have been inside the 20-yard line 8 times in the 4th quarter this year. They have gotten only 13 points out of those 8 trips. The Chargers have owned the 4th quarter this year. It has not been that way in years past.
Well, let's see if the Raiders can get a snap off, if we can change that, if the Raiders can change that.
They've got to have some kind of a score down 16-0 with 9:24 left. A new stadium record, 60,639. They continue to add seats for the upcoming Super Bowl, but they're all full tonight. Bo Jackson got a good block from Allen and got to the 9-yard line.
That will quiet the crowd down fast.
Marcus Allen threw him a great lead block.
He was a great blocker at SC, was Marcus. You don't really see it in this replay. maybe just the tail end of it right there. Look at this effort, though. Great individual effort for Bo.
He ran 8 yards before anyone even touched him. First and goal, Raiders. Allen got to the 6. And it's Chuck Ian, the nose tackle, who had him around the ankles.
And this, of course, is eating up the clock, too, running the football. There's about 8.5 minutes left.
Wasn't that back in the 60s when Green Bay had the big rivalry with Detroit? And they penalized Detroit Lion fans, I think 5 yards, and they really went crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's all you need to do. Touchdown.
That'll do it. You notice how quiet the crowd got all of a sudden?
There is a flag down in the end zone.
I wonder who it's against.
The Raiders ran a little bit of a pick play over there. It'll be interesting to see what the call is.
Contact, number 34. Defense, decline. Score is good.
That's Elvis Patterson. One more time with the replay here, Doki, and you'll see exactly where the penalty took place, I believe. Wilson just rifling it in. I guess it is, you don't really see the play here.
Well, that was on the picture there, right?
Yeah, but Doki wide open.
Chris Barr is on for the point after to cut the lead to 9. And does. So with 8:01 to go in the ball game, it's the Chargers 16. Now the Raiders 7.
This Spuds for all that you do.
Today, a landscaper. Tomorrow, a college student.
Yep. Finally took your advice, Mike.
You taught him.
Already you're smart.
All you knew. They say he's a lot like you. Yeah, you make America work, and this Spuds for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
To a future architect. And to a brother who made it possible.
This Spuds for you.
Today, thousands of men share a common desire to be more fit, but many of them also share a common problem. Sensitive skin irritated by shaving. That's why there's AFTA, the rich, good-smelling lotion, clinically proven to soothe razor-scraped sensitive skin so it looks and feels more fit. Use AFTA before you run off to face the world. Sensible care for sensitive skin. AFTA Aftershave Skin Conditioner.
By men.
Must remain with the sun and the rain.
Some people stay with a more common look, and some go for a distinctive style.
To each his own. To each his own.
To each his own. 1988 Lincoln Town Car.
Is you.
It's the sizzle of hot dogs, the kiss of the sun.
The shows, the bands, and the family fun.
It's the thrills and chills of your first coaster ride.
The spray and splash of the new water slide.
It's memories and laughter so shiny and new.
It's all of the good times, it's all just for you. It's great entertainment at Carousel Horse.
It's all the fun your family is waiting for, of course.
It's Hershey Lake Compounds. It's America.
You can get a dependable, comfortable, roomy, front-wheel drive Hyundai Excel for only $51.95. Or you can pay a couple of $1,000 more and get one of these. Hyundai, cars that make sense.
Introducing the G-Shock 5200 watch from Casio. The sports watch that's ready for action with a built-in shock absorber. It's tough. So tough, this G-Shock can take a slap in the face and not even flinch. The G-Shock 5200, just one of Casio's water-resistant sports watches. It's one tough watch to beat.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
The next time they get their hands on the football, they need 2 more scores to win this game, assuming the defense can hold San Diego.
I think you're going to see a fired-up Raider defense, because now they've got a chance. They've been playing strong all the way along, but now you're going to see a little added incentive here, because they have a chance.
Gary Anderson waits at his 1-yard line for the kick from Chris Barr. And it's a good one. Anderson at the 4. Got a seam and just tripped up as he got to the 26-yard line.
Could have changed the whole ball game right there.
Jamie Kimmel got a piece of an ankle and tripped him up.
One more step, one more stride, could have broken it.
This guy is something else. He had a nice move there. He's playing his blockers perfect, getting away from people, just tripped up by
just from behind. Hey, incidentally, I mentioned before that Alex Spanos, the owner of the Chargers, owns no apartments here in San Diego. I've just been corrected. There is an apartment complex he owns in the Mission area. Mission San Carlos, I believe, so I stand corrected on that.
Spencer, the lone remaining back. And Fouts to throw on first down. Sideline for James, covered very well that time by Lionel Washington.
The football team from top to bottom and recruited Steve Ortmeyer, former Raider official here in San Diego.
Anderson, the deep man in the eye behind Spencer. He dives. They pushed him back. There is a flag down. Anderson tried that in the first half and easily got a first down.
Looks like it's against the Raiders.
Offside, lined up defense.
Mistake you can't make if you want to get back into the ball game. You cannot line up offsides. You cannot have face mask penalties.
Do you see Curtis Rouse in there?
I was going to say.
Number 79. He comes in on a short yardage situation.
Look at him come off here, 79.
Number 70. What do they call him? Boo-Boo? Something like that? Boo-Boo Rouse?
340. You better be careful what you call him.
And look at those Raiders. What an effort to go up there and meet Anderson, but the front guys will line up.
Boo-Boo. Check out Boo-Boo. 79.
Where's Yogi, Boo-Boo? He is listed at 340 pounds. He's another replacement player out of Tennessee, Chattanooga. More important than that, it's a 1st and 10. Boy, Lyndon King was really waiting for him that time. Hey, Roy, how much groceries does Rouse eat each week? I mean, you've had everything else, right?
What was the most you ever weighed on the field, by the way?
309 pounds.
He's what, 340?
Yeah, he's 340, but that looks like it's about in a 6'2" package. It's a little bit different, but
that's right.
He's, from what I understand, he's very tough off the line of scrimmage, but pass protection doesn't have the feet yet. He's got the weight.
San Diego only has 240 yards in total offense, but they have another 164 yards in penalties. Fouts with a lot of time. Throws for Winslow. Flag is down. Robinson was all over him. He caught it anyway.
The other guy would have caught it from the Chargers. He would have went all the way. That's the problem. He took the gamble to knock it away, and it paid off.
Mosienko to punt to Woods with 3:38 left in the game. Mosienko does a good job of just getting it out of it.
Need a big return. They're not going to get one.
And Woods had to signal for a fair catch at the 16-yard line. A 34-yard kick. No return. 3:29 to go.
Imagine a brain whose left side is as brilliant as its right. A brain as artistic as it is logical, that can calculate and create. Such a brain exists in the remarkable Apple II GS. Brilliant graphics, brilliant color, brilliant sound to help you use both sides of the most personal computer of all, your mind.
Dreaming the dreams of America.
GMA CAC makes financing or leasing the new GM car or truck of your dreams easy. Just see your General Motors dealer. We'll help your dream come true.
The dreams of America, GMAC. We're making your dreams come true. The dreams of America, GMAC.
Official sponsor of America's Dreams.
Buck, we've got trouble in the corral.
Chasing a wayward bull's one thing. Bringing him home's another.
Boy, I never seen that before.
And when you found a way to lure him back, you head for the mountain.
Bush.
Head for the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream.
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
Dentists warn, the number one dental problem isn't cavities. It isn't tartar. It's plaque. Building up on your teeth every day. And no matter how much you brush, you don't get enough plaque off your teeth, especially in hard-to-reach places. The problem is plaque. The solution is Plaques. Rinse with Plaques before brushing, and you'll remove 300% more plaque than brushing alone. Even more in hard-to-reach places. Plaques removes 300% more plaque than brushing alone.
ESPN and Thrifty Car Rental World Tour Sweepstakes want to take you to Hawaii in February. 10 lucky couples will go to Honolulu for an all-expense-paid week of sun and fun, including tickets to the NFL Pro Bowl. To enter, watch NFL Primetime Sunday nights and NFL Monday nights to catch the winning slogan. Pick up your entry form at participating Thrifty Car Rental locations or write the slogan on a card with your name and address and mail to World Tour Sweepstakes, Post Office Box 912, Ridgely, Maryland, 21683. If you're an ESPN and Thrifty Car Rental World Tour winner, Continental Airlines will fly you and a guest to Honolulu, where you'll enjoy a week of sun, surf, and Pro Bowl festivities. Whenever you travel, use Thrifty's convenient service in over 650 locations worldwide. Experience the driving luxury of Chrysler cars. Thrifty, near the airport, not near the price. So send your entry in today and join the World Tour in Hawaii.
There are more important things in life, of course, than a football game. Mike Humiston, his regular salary as a deputy sheriff was $19,000. He's making about $40,000 for sticking a replacement player with the Chargers. His motivation is his 8-year-old son, Benny, who has muscular dystrophy. He says he wants to give his son something special in life with the extra money. We'll try to talk a little bit more about that as it develops.
Mark Wilson from the 16. Dumps it off to Jackson. Very dangerous in the open field, and once again, Gil Bird combined on the tackle with Bensy Glenn to knock him down after a 19-yard gain. No huddle offense, clock running with 3:13 left.
Saw a flash of Bo Jackson there. He really took off up that field.
Wilson under pressure, threw it low, flag goes down late.
Probably a holding against the Raiders, it is.
And Joe Phillips, number 75, came up like he was the man being held.
Try to develop that Humiston story. His son, Benny, has muscular dystrophy. And twos, people don't realize this, that you had personally, there's Benny, you had personally an experience with a very serious disease. Your two brothers died of cystic fibrosis, and your sister is afflicted with it even now.
I lost two brothers, Christopher and David, to cystic fibrosis, and I tried to play for three people, and I also tried to party for three people, and that's where I got in trouble. But if you love your family, there's nothing more important. You realize really what life is all about.
Penalty was for holding, so it's 1st and 20. Wilson being chased, unloads down the sideline, and Bensy Glenn and Elvis Patterson were the closest players to it. Good pass rush from Lee Williams.
We've got a 2nd down now. I want to see what the Raiders have got to go long. Let's see if they shoot set up with a couple of shorter patterns to get that 1st down and work their way down eventually. I don't see them going anywhere long because they haven't had anything long yet, have they, Michael?
No, they certainly haven't. They've only got 2:54 left to do it, down by 9 points. Wilson under pressure, screen to Allen. And a great play. Billy Ray Smith cut behind the block and made the tackle and saved what could have been a big gain.
Probably the play of the game so far.
Oh, yeah. And he's made the other ones, too.
He certainly has. He's got that first interception. It makes a big difference if you love what you're doing.
Call him the Karate Kid, Billy Ray. Took up karate for balance and strength in the off-season. He's even stronger than he was a year ago.
It really makes a difference in your flexibility, too.
3rd and 20. Raiders running out of chances. Another flag is down. And Wilson has to get out of bounds, chased out of bounds by Chuck Ian. There are 2 flags down.
Out of bounds on the 33-yard line. Penalty flag.
Against the Raiders.
Another hold. Wow.
Well, the Chargers are coming now. They've got all stops out. They're unloading now. They know he's got to throw the ball. This is when it's really fun as a defensive player to get after somebody, especially a nemesis, such as the Oakland L.A. Raiders. To finally get on top of them is a wonderful feeling down here in San Diego.
You're
These
so
people
intense.
are loving it.
Too, is you're so intense. I mean, this whole game is...
I'm sorry. I love the game a great deal, and also, no matter who's playing out there, as long as they're giving it their best shot, it does excite me.
Decline, 4th down.
They turn down the penalty because it'll bring up a 4th and 20. Obviously, the Raiders have to go for it. Because that was declined, the Raiders have only been penalized 17 times for 181 yards.
Is that all?
That's
Just
all.
17 times.
A couple have been declined.
Wow.
And now the Raiders send in the punting team. And you'll have to explain this to me. 2:06 to go in the game, down by 2 scores. How can you punt?
Maybe they figure they won't make a penalty.
They've got something up their sleeve.
I don't think
It better be more than their arm.
I guarantee it.
And San Diego is not necessarily buying it. They have 10 players within 10 yards of the ball.
Stan Telly's been good on every other punt. Let's see how he is in this one. His last one was good.
Well, they do kick it. James, fair catch. Not much of a signal, but enough, and he makes it at the 26-yard line. A 44-yard kick, no return. We've reached the 2-minute mark in the 4th quarter. It's 16-7.
Your face takes enough abuse, so you need the Gillette Good News Plus disposable. Its Lubra-Smooth strip is designed to reduce irritation, so shaving feels so good. Good News Plus.
You know, there are a lot of places where you can look for an auto part. But here's where you'll find it. Napa has parts for imports and other hard-to-find parts. So come to Napa first. We've got your part.
Now that we're a family, some things have become a lot more important to us. When we had our home insulated, we were concerned about our heating and cooling bills, but we were more concerned about fire safety. So, we selected CertainTeed InsulSafe 3. InsulSafe is non-combustible, thermally efficient fiberglass insulation. Sure, saving energy is important to us, but insulating safely is what InsulSafe is all about.
As long as I've known Tom, I need help, he's there. Sure, I'm glad to see you. Stay with you? Figured you wouldn't mind.
Last cray's rounded up, you head for the mountains. And the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream.
Sure owe you one. How about this in here?
Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
Cold pills travel all through your body before they relieve your stuffed nose. But Dristan nasal spray works faster. Plus, it has a special new ingredient to soothe and moisturize nasal passages. Dristan, relief right on the nose.
It's one of the biggest challenges of his career. Alain Prost races for his 3rd consecutive Austrian Grand Prix win. See it live Sunday morning at 8:20 Eastern on ESPN.
The Goodyear Blimp, excuse me. The Blump? The Blump. That's a large blimp over the stadium here in San Diego. Nick Nicolari, the pilot.
They've got an excellent group up there in the Goodyear Blimp. While we got a minute here, I'd like to thank them for the time they gave my sister Karen and my niece Simone riding that thing. That's a beautiful little ride up there. Here we go, back to the action.
Chargers only concerned about the clock. 2 minutes to go. They're up by 9. They'll keep it on the ground to Adams. Adams up to about the 30. Raiders going to the football. He is prohibited. 1:06 to go, and Tom Flores watching his team go down for the 6th straight time. And, John, I would say it pretty well puts them out of the contention for a playoff.
It really does. They felt that if they won 6 of the last 7 games, they'd come out with a 9-win season and a possibility to make the playoffs. This will really make it tough to win 6 out of the last 6. It'll be very tough for the Raiders or for any team in this league.
Matt Millen and Dan Fouts exchanging greetings over the spot of the ball. And it's going to be short of a first down.
Yeah, Matt Millen is an expert when it comes to spotting football. Believe me, he does know where the ball should be. It's one thing he's very good at besides being an aggressive, hard-nosed linebacker.
Well, he was right this time. So with 1:06 to go, the Chargers sent in the punt team. And Mozhenko's concern is just to get it off.
Mozhenko, Mojsiejenko. That name, by the way, scores 800 points in a Scrabble game. You know that.
You get it on a triple word, you
better believe it. Mozhenko.
Raiders showing the rush with 10 men at the line of scrimmage.
It's their only chance to block this game. And the Chargers know it. They will block accordingly.
Got it off in a hurry. And the distance didn't make a difference at all. He just wanted to get the thing out of there without having it stuffed in his face. A 35-yard kick from Mozhenko. 55 seconds left. And the Raiders have the ball. At the Pro Bowl on ESPN, the Travelers Corporation will present the Travelers NFL Man of the Year Award to the player whose on-field performance is complemented by significant community involvement. This year's nominees from the Chargers, Dan Fouts, the quarterback, and from the Los Angeles Raiders, running back Marcus Allen. These are the stand-up guys in the NFL.
Sean Jones does a great job with community up there in Los Angeles as well.
Desperation time for Wilson. Patterson had his hands on it and couldn't hold it. Intended, I suppose, for Lofton.
They're playing 25 yards deep. That makes it awful tough to go that deep. Lofton knew it, and he held up because he knew he was going to get nailed if he would have went for it.
What is the future of the Raiders quarterback situation?
I think at this point you just stay with Wilson the rest of the year and see what you can figure out because the season's lost as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
I don't think there's any reason in the world to activate Jim Plunkett. For what? What's the point?
That's correct. That's probably why he has not been activated.
Over the middle to Christensen, playing with a glove on the injured right hand, made the catch down to the 47-yard line. Bayless on the coverage, along with Gil Bird, a little slow getting up, 24-yard gain.
Put across Christensen's face. That's cute.
Wilson overthrows this time. Closest man to it, Charles Rome. One thing that's got to upset Tom Flores as much as the lack of offensive performance is all the penalties. You can't make that many mistakes no matter how good you are.
That's correct, and that's why you're going to end up in this kind of position in the AFC Western Division.
And here are the updated standings, including this game. San Diego with a 2-game lead over Seattle. Denver plays on Monday night. So the Chargers with an 8-game win streak and just a tremendous performance this year. The Raiders go down to their 6th straight loss.
Chargers could be in their own Super Bowl. You never know.
And Dan Fouts would just love it. Wilson airs this one out. He's got Lofton. Touchdown. Holy cow.
Saw that one coming.
How do you like this?
You cannot relax.
And how do you let Lofton get behind you when you know they've got to throw the ball deep?
Here it is.
Well, you're going to see one onside kick.
Charlie Rome's on the coverage here, just burned by a mile. Where was this earlier in the game?
Well, a mile in this case was about 4 inches.
Great throw by Mark Wilson.
Really was.
And with 16 seconds left, it's going to be a 2-point ball game with Barr's conversion. 16-14, and now you know you will see the onside kick. And the Charger fans who had been leaving the stadium, you can see them. They're coming back out of the exit saying, what?
Yeah, right.
The Raiders have done it before, although it looks highly unlikely right now. The percentage of recovering an onside kick and then converting to a touchdown, pretty tough, pretty high percentage to do that.
There's Charles Romes, who was burned. He's the new toast.
Made the great play in the first half to save what could have been a potential touchdown. And you have to wonder, it appeared they were in man-to-man coverage. Why is he man-to-man on Lofton?
I guess they didn't want to go with that prevent. I don't know why. Where was the zone? I don't understand why man coverage in the situation, unless there was a cross-up.
Well, that one was a non-prevent.
Yeah. Prevent victory coverage.
16 seconds left. How many times have the Raiders broken the Chargers' hearts? And how many times, John Matuzak, were you part of it?
Not enough. I'll tell you the one time that it was really big was when the Raiders won here, when the Chargers had one of their greatest teams. It was January 11th, 1980. When the Raiders went on that championship, it was 34-28 victory. That was something else to go on and beat Philadelphia very badly in the Super Bowl.
SportsCenter follows our telecast. And remember, next week we'll be in Dallas for the Dolphins and the Cowboys. All so close. And a flag goes down as the ball goes out of bounds. We'll check the penalty.
If he touched it, it's Charger ball right there. Or he not. We'll see.
Charger ball. And the Chargers are happy about it.
As well they should be.
First down, right there.
Looked like it may have been touched by Pete Holohan and then gone out of bounds, so the Chargers will get the ball at the spot.
Interesting, similar finish to what it was a week ago, too, right?
Right.
Final dying seconds of the game. Suddenly a team that really showed very little all game long.
It's a perfect kick by Chris Barr right here.
Just out of the hand.
That was very, very close. Doki Williams flying down the sideline. The ball bounces right, and the next time you see him, he's in the end zone. And now the Chargers, all they have to do is fall on the ball. The Raiders with one timeout.
The blanket backfield. Brian Holloway looking on.
Scoreboard says one timeout. It is either wrong or the Raiders are not going to use it. And Al Saunders has won his 8th straight game with the Chargers and gets a handshake from Matt Miller. Our thanks to John Matuzak for being our guest analyst this week. Be sure to join us next week as we've got Roger Staubach, one of the greatest who ever played the game as the Dallas quarterback when Miami goes to Big D. Our final score again tonight, the San Diego Chargers 16, the LA Raiders 14. For Roy Firestone and John Matuzak, this is Mike Patrick saying so long from Jack Murphy Stadium. Now let's join our ESPN Sports Center.
From the America's Cup to the NFL, nothing else means total sports more than ESPN.
From the Great Wall to Wall Street, one airline brings our nation's business together throughout the U.S. and 13 foreign lands. United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Coming up next on SportsCenter, John McEnroe and Team USA backed into a corner, came out swinging today. Tim Mayotte with the task of stopping Boris Becker. Hall of Fame Day as Cooperstown welcomes 3 new greats, Billy Williams, Catfish Hunter, and Ray Dandridge. And things are getting awfully tight at the top of the American League East. All this and more ahead on SportsCenter. Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the ESPN SportsCenter. I'm John Saunders along with Chris Berman. We first want to tell everyone, those of you that were watching on ESPN because of tennis, which we'll tell you about in a moment, you may have missed some of the doings down in North Carolina, so a special edition that gets you up to date until this show begins. This all because of what went on at Hartford today, and it was really a tremendous affair. You thought a hockey game was going on to watch this match, but patriotism taking over everything.
A lot of flag waving, a lot of fun, too, John. You're right. The stage was set yesterday. The U.S. Davis Cup team broke through the West German trenches with a doubles win, but they still trailed 2-1 in matches going into today's Davis Cup singles duels against the West Germans in Hartford. Live on ESPN, John McEnroe tried to draw the U.S. even as he faced off against Eric Yalen, the surprise Friday victor over Tim Mayotte. Hotly contested first set. Yalen impressed a lot of people this weekend, that's for sure. But McEnroe runs back with the lob. And Yalen will smash it away. 5-5 first set. Turning point with Mac leading 6-5 on the return. Backhand placed beautifully by McEnroe. Opened the door with 3 set points, and he took advantage when on return, McEnroe forced Yalen to volley in the net. First set to McEnroe, 7-5. Second set, Mac at the bottom of your screen with the forehand passing shot. Tatum likes it. John gets the crowd going. 6-2. McEnroe wins the second set. More of the same in the third set. McEnroe entices Yalen to come in and then lobs over his head and inside the baseline. McEnroe knows he kisses the racket. He's up 5-1. And then on match point, look at this shot. Looked like like a lacrosse shot. He placed it beautifully for the winner. 7-5, 6-2, 6-1. John McEnroe in straight sets. Not at the United States and West Germans earlier this afternoon at 2-all. That's a great sight. The man who's always there to play Davis Cup. No matter what you think of John McEnroe, he has been there time and time again as he beat Yalen to notch things at 2-all, and that's where we stood going into the finale.
And with McEnroe's inspired win over Yalen, the fate of U.S. Davis Cup tennis fell into the hands of Tim Mayotte. That's the irony of this series. It was Mayotte's upset loss to Yalen that had dug the original hole for Team USA. By this time, the Hartford Civic Center had totally thrown tennis etiquette out of the window. The U.S. Olympic hockey team could have been on the Civic Center surface because this was wild. They were cheering at every point and at every miss here. Boris Becker looking to close it out. Tim Mayotte looking to do the same. First set looked like Becker would get there first. Becker in the near court, and his backhand catches the net. Then Mayotte misses his backhand. Becker breaks him in the first. West Germany goes up 6-2. McEnroe shows concern, but the second set, Becker continued to roll in the near court with a pretty backhand down the line passing shot as it bounces in and wins the second set 6-3. Now in the third set, Mayotte comes out like a man possessed. Becker serving even at 1 apiece, nets his forehand. First break for Mayotte in the match. And as you can see, everyone is patriotic, but Becker comes right back. In the near court, Mayotte will come to the net, and Boris throws the terrific lob. Picture perfect, stays in, even at 2 apiece. But the U.S. team would not let Mayotte pull. Won't let him get down. They're urging him on, and he responded. Now at 5 apiece, Boris follows his serve, and Mayotte slices the backhand deep. Becker lets it go. It's good, and he's broken. 6-5. The crowd loves it. Next game, Boris looks to even it. Watch the serving by Tim Mayotte as he just will not let things come back for Boris Becker. 3 consecutive aces, and Mayotte takes the third set, 7-5. And he's fired up. Fourth set, even at 2 games apiece. Boris is serving. Mayotte comes to the net. And then Boris is the one who nets the backhand. 3-2 U.S. Mayotte takes the fourth set, 6-4. The fifth set, the tension is on the line. You can see it. On the serve, Becker up 3-2. Mayotte is serving, follows into the net. His forehand sails over the baseline, and that's the break. 4-2, West Germany is up. Move to match point. Mayotte is serving. Backhand by Mayotte, sailed into the net, and it's all over. 6-2, 6-3, 5-7, 4-6, 6-2. Boris Becker and West Germany stay for the first time in Davis Cup history. The Americans will not be in the championship round. They must go through zonal competition.
This one was my most difficult match so far in my career under all those circumstances how it was. After Wimbledon, having really a tough half of a year, having bad luck, and I just needed those two matches, and the way it was in America under 14,000 people yelling and screaming and what the hell they did, and it was the most difficult match of my life.
So Boris Becker probably goes through the two toughest matches he's ever faced over one weekend. 6-2, 6-3, 5-7, 4-6, 6-2. He pulls out the victory over Tim Mayotte of the United States. Stay with us here on the SportsCenter. Chris and I will be back in just a moment with the rest of the day's play on the links.
But first, the Yankees trying to protect their slim lead in the AL East. We're wondering if they'd ever figure out a way to get some hits. And we'll be back with more. And these are other Davis Cup results from today.
SportsCenter is being brought to you by Moet, France's best-loved champagne.
Champagne?
Moet, magnifique.
It is not like the French to keep their happiest feelings all bottled up. Life, they feel, is so much more romantic. So much more enchanting when what is inside is allowed out. So rather than keep their feelings bottled up, what the French do is open this bottle. Moet, France's best-loved champagne.
He's so hip. Hip. He's new. He's an innovator of the round ball pass. Keep dribble, dabble. Prince of the courts. Whoa, so cool. So much like New Coke. And myself.
Revolutionizing
common thoughts of common people and what the game is all about. He's great. He's coming. Bye. No, bye. Go. No, bye. I could have blocked that shot.
Sure, Mac.
The art of investment and financial security requires painstaking preparation. Bold strokes influenced by a mastery of expertise, creative approaches to annuities and mutual funds, innovative forms of insurance, and comprehensive health services. As one of the strongest diversified financial experts, we have the capabilities to turn the business of investment into an art. The Travelers. You're better off under the umbrella.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
On to baseball now. In Chicago, Rich Dotson owned the pitcher's mound through 7 innings at Comiskey Park. Not only did he own the mound, he owned the New York Yankees, and he owned a shot at baseball immortality. First things first, he got support, bottom of the first against Ron Guidry, leadoff man for the Pale Holes. Is Gary, read us a bedtime story. He sends this pitch back, and gone. 1-0 White Sox. Yankees, meanwhile, could not buy a hit when they hit the ball hard, like this shot by Easler. Greg Walker is there to make the play. Rich 280 G. Dotson purring into the 8th inning. Leadoff man in the 8th. A perfect game until now. Gets Winfield swinging. No walks, no man on an error, or no hits until 1 out in the 8th. Mike Pagliarulo lines a single to right to end the perfect game. Easler then doubles. How often do you see it? You lose the perfect game, you lose the no-hitter, and you lose the shutout, and you lose the ball game with 1 pitch. Dan Pasqua, 3-run home run, and then in the 9th, Gary Hospital Ward and Dave Winfield homer. And so the Yankees almost getting perfect gamed, if I just invented a verb. They win over Chicago by the score of 5-2, and it was important for them because Detroit was also winning. Does Walt Terrell like to pitch at home or what? 26-7 lifetime at Tiger Stadium. Detroit beat California 6-2. Jim Greenpeace Whale Wander with his major league home run today, first one, and Detroit beats California State a game behind the Yankees.
The Toronto Blue Jays, meanwhile, still chasing the Yankees in the East, were at home this weekend facing the leaders in the West. The Minnesota Twins trying to protect a 2-game edge over the Oakland Athletics, and they had already taken a game from the Jays at home. Danny Gladden with this single to left off Jimmy Key, past the drawn in infield. Steve Lombardozzi trots in 2-1. The Twins are on top. But bottom of the fifth, George Bell ropes this Blyleven pitch. The left Mosby comes in. The throw comes in and hits Lloyd Mosby. He is safe. And the fans love what's going on to the Toronto Blue Jays. Still 2-2 in the eighth. 2 gone. Blyleven uncorks a wild pitch. His third of the game as Garth Orge is up at the plate. George Bell comes in and scores the go-ahead run. Orge would then have an RBI double to make it 4-2. Meanwhile, Jimmy Key nearly goes the distance, 8 2/3, as he strikes out Davidson. And Witt goes to McGriff here for the putout. The Jays win it 4-2 is the final, so they stay a game and a half in back of the Yankees. Jimmy Key, a 4-hitter over those 8 2/3. Tom Henke came in, got the final out of the game for his 21st save. In Milwaukee, the Brewers hosting the Athletics. Oakland trying to pick up some ground. They would not. Milwaukee wins at 7-4. Interesting note here, Paul Molitor tied an American League record when he stole second, stole third, and then stole home on a double steal with a Robin Yount. Milwaukee wins at 7-4.
In Baltimore, the Orioles were looking to make it an even dozen in a row. They were playing the stumbling Kansas City Royals, and in the land of the crab cakes, everybody was in the mood. One, Dwight Evans, homer number 20, Wade Boggs, homer number 18, and in his second game, Sam Little Bighorn with the second home run in the majors. At Cleveland, Texas jumped on the Tribe 11-3. Incaviglia had 2 homers. Bob Bulldog Brower had 2 homers. Ruben High Sierra had a home run. Paul Kilgus, first major league win. He honestly did have his first major league win. They were pausing for dramatic effect.
That's right. Stay with us. Chris and I will return in just a moment. But first, time once again for our Norelco Trivia Quiz. And tonight's question is, who holds the major league record for the most career sacrifice flies? If you know the answer, call us at 1-800-243-0006. In Connecticut, the number is 1-800-854-9489. The fifth eligible caller with the correct answer will win a Norelco Rototrack Razor. We'll announce the winner and give you the answer on SportsCenter tonight at 11. Tonight's winner will also be eligible for our grand prize drawing at the end of the year. You can win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, plus airfare and hotel accommodations. Participants must live within the 50 United States. Canadians not eligible. For a set of complete contest rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope. The rules, ESPN Inc., 355 Lexington Avenue, New York, 10017.
If you ever thought you had to give up comfort to get a close shave, think again. Norelco puts close and comfortable right in the palm of your hand with a revolutionary system that shaves skin close in a way that's incredibly comfortable. With a patented lift and cut system that lifts each hair so it's possible to shave skin close without the blades even touching the skin. A shaver that defies logic gives you a shave that defies belief. Norelco Rototract, where close and comfortable come face to face.
This Spuds for all that you do.
It could be any time now.
No, Bill had to leave. Can I help you?
A friend is counting on you.
We need copies by 4:30. I'll cover it for you. Not a word.
You keep on coming through, 'cause you make America work, and this Spuds for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This Spuds for you.
We can tell you all Volkswagens are German engineered, but that won't tell you how much fun they are to drive. We can even say Volkswagen summer clearance means great deals on all our cars, but you'll still have to come try them to know how much fun they are to drive. So why not try them now, before the Volkswagen summer clearance ends?
With this job, I need the strength of a man's antiperspirant, Speed Stick.
Today, there's Lady Speed Stick Antiperspirant with the most powerful wetness fighter available. Speed Stick protection made for women, so it's gentle.
I'd love a woman's antiperspirant that could keep me dry all day.
Lady Speed Stick glides on dry. Nothing fights wetness and odor better.
With my active schedule, delicate antiperspirants aren't enough.
Lady Speed Stick protects you like a man.
And treats you like a woman.
Lady Speed Stick.
Amen.
The sports stars of tomorrow are doing their best today in America's high schools. Every Saturday, ESPN Scholastic Sports America looks at the record setters, the scholar athletes, the outstanding teams, players, and coaches. It's the one and only weekly program featuring high school athletes from all across the country doing their best. Join Chris Fowler every Saturday at 6:30 Eastern for Scholastic Sports America on ESPN.
Monday, Providence caps its most successful Big East season ever, live on ESPN. A victory over Villanova would be the perfect finishing touch. Then, the Metro Atlantic Championship game rewards the winner with a trip to the NCAA tournament. Championship week continues, live Monday on ESPN.
Comes 9 months too late for the Houston Astros, but they did unto the New York Mets as the Mets did unto them last October in the National League Championship Series at New York. Bottom of the eighth, 1-1.
I would say for sure.
Bases loaded. Why is Dave Smith in? Because Charlie Kerfeld loaded up the bases. But Smith can't get Kevin McReynolds. Ball four. Dykstra scores. Mets lead it 2-1. Orozco in the ninth, gets 2 outs, but then gives up 2 hits. And Gerald Young is up with the Mets still leading 2-1. And he is going to dink one behind Hernandez. Fair ball. Ken Caminiti scores. We're tied at 2. Roger McDowell was all warmed up, but they stay. Lefty Orozco to righty Billy Hatcher. Wrong move. Hatcher sends one back. 3-run home run. 4-run ninth after 2 are out. And Davey Johnson seeing it slip away. After they won the Twilighter on Friday night, the Mets lose Saturday. They lose Sunday to Houston. And Houston wins it today by the score of 5-2. And Houston may be moving up the ladder. We shall see. Meanwhile, at San Francisco, Cards and Giants double dip, 3-3 in the 10th. Todd Worrell walks Chili Davis, now 2 on in the 10th. And the natural coming up. Whitey Herzog worried about Will Clark, as well he should. Boom. Was there a question about this? Forget it. It is gone. 3-run home run, bottom of the 10th. As the Giants, about the first team this year to make the Cardinals mortal. Giants have won the first 3 games of this 4-game set, winning game 1 today by the score of 6-3. Gereltz wins it in relief over Todd Worrell. Meanwhile, game number 2, and that's just underway. The Cards lead the Giants 1-0. Greg Matthews, the youngster, going for St. Louis. Mike Izod Lacoste pitching for the San Francisco Giants. And the Giants and the Astros loving this score because Montreal beat NL West pace-setting Cincinnati behind a shutout by Floyd Yeomans, 6-0. Jeff Reed with a 3-run homer. Tim Purple Rains and Tim Eli Wallach also had home runs. And so, as we stand, the Giants are a game and a half out, and Houston is also moving up. They are 2 games out. The Giants could be 1 out if they win the second game of the double dip.
Tommy Lasorda came out of the dugout yesterday and coached third base to try and get something going with his Dodgers against the Cubs. It worked, so Tommy was not about to give up on a good thing this afternoon, hosting the Cubs once again. And he has runners at first and second for, yes, your third base coach, Tommy Lasorda. Cubs starter Jamie Moore uncorks a curveball. It only goes 55 feet, goes through Davis's legs. Steve Sachs hustling all the way from second and scores. Marshall had the walk. Pedro Guerrero goes to third. Mickey Hatcher then delivers Guerrero, hitting a grounder. The 4-6-3 double play. No, because Hatcher dives in. He's safe, and Guerrero scores 5-4 Dodgers. Top of the 6th, 5-5, bases loaded with Cubs. Andre Dawson hits the soft grounder to short. Dave Anderson fires to first, but the Hawk hustles in there. He's safe. Paul Noche scores, puts the Cubs up 6-5. Bottom of the 6th. Dodgers come right back with runners at first and second. And Steve Sachs comes up, rips this one down the left field line. Tito Landrum comes in to score easily. The former Cardinal and former Baltimore Oriole. Ken Landro turns it on all the way from first. The ball bounces away from Mumphrey. And he scores, and things are shaking up in the world of Gene Michael. And Chicago loses this one 7-6 is the final. Holton picks up the win. DePino the loss. Young picks up the save. Atlanta and Philadelphia. Milt Thompson, Vaughn Hayes, and Mike Schmidt hit back-to-back home runs off Doyle Alexander in the 8th inning. No, not back, but back-to-back. And they pick up the victory 7-3. Pittsburgh and San Diego, the Padres. Here come your Padres. 7-4. They beat Pittsburgh. Luis Salazar with a 2-run home run. Whitson picks up his first victory in his last 6 starts.
The not-so-downtrodden Pods anymore. Still to come, racing of all sorts, so stay with us.
United can show you the old Hawaii where time takes a rest. And you can become yourself again. So come become Hawaii with the airline that's been her friend for nearly 40 years. United.
Soccer players, it's time to get your kicks. Learn how to improve your footwork, feinting, how to shoot and score. Become a better soccer player from head to foot. It's all here in an easy-to-watch 3-part video cassette series appropriately titled On the Attack. Designed by international soccer coach Franz van Balkum, On the Attack takes you step-by-step through more than 60 individual and group drills that will improve your offensive skills to score more goals. Part 1 covers fast footwork and feinting. Part 2 covers the all-important dribbling skills and drills. And in Part 3, you'll learn the ins and outs of shooting and heading. Each cassette is only $19.95, or get all 3 for just $49.95. And if you order now, you'll be just in time for Christmas kicks. To order, call 1-800-972-5858. That's 1-800-972-5858. Call now.
Listen to the sound of a closer, smoother shave. Williams Electric Shave sets up my beard, so my shaver shaves closer, and I get a smoother shave. Listen to Williams Electric Shave. The sound of a closer, smoother shave.
Nowadays, when it comes to telecommunications, there's a great deal of confusion. With so many different products and services available, it's a real problem knowing what's just right for your company. Well, we have a way to end that confusion and solve those problems. We can help custom tailor an entire telecommunications system to your company's exact needs. No, GTE.
What do the pros do when they miss a shot?
Say something, baby.
See all the quotable notables in action when ESPN takes you inside the PGA Tour every Tuesday night.
They rode their bicycles for 25 days over 2,485 miles of terrain, starting in West Berlin, ending today on the Champs-Élysées in Paris. It took 115 hours, 27 minutes, and 42 seconds, but in the end, the Tour de France was colored Irish green. Today's final stage was won by an American, Jeff Pierce, and he was first. Steve Bauer finished second in today's final stage of the Tour de France. First time they have gone 1-2, have North Americans in history. The overall standing goes to Stephen Roche, Ireland's first winner ever in the Tour de France, beats Pedro Delgado by 40 seconds. Jean-Francois Bernard of France finishes third, but Roche, the man of the day, as he wins the overall Tour de France, ending today on the Champs-Élysées. Jeannie Longo of France won the women's side.
Bill Elliott, for the 6th straight year, held the pole position for today's Talladega 500. But Elliott didn't think he'd have an easy time of it today. Slower cars had everyone expecting a close race. And in fact, it was not that easy for Bill Elliott. However, he did pick up the victory, averaging well over 171 miles per hour. Davey Ellison in second. Dale Earnhardt finished in third. At the German Grand Prix, Nelson Piquet, the winner from Brazil, 1 hour, 21 minutes, and plus average speed of over 220 miles per hour.
I'm not sure what kind of car Robert Wren drives, but the man certainly was in the driver's seat of the Buick Open. The PGA non-winner, winner of only 16 thou this season going into today, was chasing a legend today by the name of Ben Hogan at his record of 27 under par for a 4-shot event on the par 5 13. Second shot now with a 4-iron on a par 5 13. Yeah, this is an eagle range, guys and gals. And then Wren strides up to the green, a Grand Blanc with your basic tap-in eag to go 27 under par. The man who would finish in second, I mean, when you go 18 under par, you expect to win first prize. Dan Pohl knew that he wouldn't, but he also knew he knew how to play some great golf that set up a birdie. Wren had a couple of bogeys, believe it or not, but on the 17th, the 5-iron on the par 3, this is how he played for 4 days at the Buick Open. The crowd's like a football crowd. Now, you tell me how soon they yell. I mean, it's like a football crowd for Robert Wren as he rolls in the birdie at 17. He pars 18, barely missed a chip for a birdie, and so 26 under par, communications major, wins $108,000. I mean, I'm not a communications major, and I'd change places with the guy. He should be doing our job. At any rate, the record of 27 under par for a 4-hole event, Ben Hogan did it in 1945. Mike Suchak did it in 1955. 3 others have done it in a 5-hole event. He barely misses it, but wins $108,000. Congratulations. That is amazing. Stay with us. Chris and I will return in just a moment to wrap up this edition of the Sports Center.
Whether you're out, driving around in your car,
Or driving the lane for a basket. Or driving 80 yards for that winning touchdown.
or putting together a drive to the pennant,
you need all your skills. You need strength,
Coordination, quick reflexes,
and a concentration
that only come from a clear head.
Philadelphia Pro Athletes Against Driving Drunk.
good sports
Drive straight.
I am a Show Toyota Samurai Price Slasher. I take a Show Toyota big selection of cars and trucks and slash prices. Make sure friendly salespeople low key, no pressure. Make sure service technician factory trained, fix car right. But most of all, make sure to take Show Toyotas and slash prices.
Shore Toyota on Fire Road in Pleasantville. A sure deal is a sure deal.
We're going to slash a price for you.
Who makes the best replacement windows? Why, Patriot, of course. Patriot makes top quality casement, awning, slide, double hung, picture and storm replacement windows. If you're remodeling in this year of the Constitution, tell your builder to get Patriot replacement windows. Patriot windows. There's none better on this side of the Atlantic. You know, Ben had Patriots at Philadelphia.
Your electric power lines up in the air is no place to fly a kite, and you should beware. Where wires cross the tree, it's dangerous, and you know it's really not the place for us. You want to stay alive to play in the sun, 'cause kids just want to play safe. Oh, kids just want to play safe. They just want to play.
Running and racing, an American sports revolution. Every week, see America's top triathletes and Olympic hopefuls in an exclusive ESPN series. Running and Racing, Fridays at 6:30 Eastern.
That's right. We'll be back at 11 o'clock. Rejoin Chris and I then. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.
SportsCenter has been brought to you by Busch Beer, the beer with a taste as smooth as its name. And by Coast Soap. Feel alive with Coast.
Call me the breeze. I'm just rolling down the road. Well, now I don't ask much, baby. Easy come, easy go. I'm just headed for the mountains. I'm just looking for a bud. Beer.
Another beautiful Monday.
Coast, the scent opens your eyes. Coast lather, and you realize that coast is the way to make you feel alive. Coast, feel alive.
Sure beats snow.
Feel alive with Coast.
Introducing new Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime Cold Medicine.
It helps me go to sleep, which is difficult when you can't breathe.
Helps clear my nose right up. It really did. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime Cold Medicine. A new nighttime formula without alcohol helps put your cold to sleep fast.
It helped clear my sinuses through here where the pressure builds up so I could breathe and sleep better. A clear head and a good night's sleep.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Nighttime Cold Medicine helps put your cold to sleep fast.
The #1 fitness exercise in the world
is cross-country skiing. And now it can be duplicated in your home with Easy Glider. Just 20 minutes every other day, an hour a week is all it takes to strengthen and firm all major muscle groups and lose weight aerobically. You'll burn up to 400 calories per workout, plus tone chest, arms and back, calves, thighs, and buttocks. Notice the quality construction of the sturdy metal frame. This handsome unit folds down quickly for easy storage. Other ski simulators cost as much as $500, but Easy Glider is just $59.95, and your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. Grab the bargain. Call toll-free now.
To order your Easy Glider, call 1-800-542-4100. That's 1-800-542-4100. Use your credit card to avoid COD charges or send check or money order for $59.95 plus $9 shipping and handling to Easy Glider, Department 20, Canton, Ohio. But for faster service, call 1-800-542-4100.
Hey guys, shouldn't be giving me a hard time. I mean, I may not be so big now.
But I'm drinking milk, 'cause in these years I'm growing faster than I ever will again. And I need milk's calcium for bones.
And protein for muscle, more now than I ever did as a kid. In fact,
this is how I'm gonna look when I'm 19. I don't forget a name or a face. I'll probably have forgiven you guys by then.
But you never can tell.
Milk, it does a body good.
Year in, year out, you expect quite a lot out of your car. But just what have you put into it lately? Give your car the good life with STP gas treatment.
It's gift idea sale time at CarQuest Auto Parts stores, and we've got holiday gifts at special savings just for you. Like this steel-bodied CarQuest Tonka Jeep Dune Buggy with all accessories for only $9.95. Or PV Air Shocks, adjustable to 1,000 pounds of carrying power, only $49.99 a pair. Plus, register to win this free CarQuest motorized mini Jeep for your kids. Hurry in to CarQuest Big Gift Idea Sale right now. CarQuest, the right place to buy auto parts.
Performance isn't just the total number of miles driven, but rather how your car performed when you drove each one of them. Give your car the good life with STP gas treatment.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Maybe you should try something else. My dandruff shampoo really works.
Maybe you should try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors and pharmacists recommend Selsun Blue more than all other leading brands combined. What that means to you is no leading brand gets rid of dandruff better than Selsun Blue. It's #1.
And all Selsun Blue formulas, including extra conditioning and extra medicated, have the ingredient recommended most by doctors.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
I'm giving everyone a mini phone from Radio Shack. That way they'll call often. It's trim, compact, and has an automatic redial. And the 16-foot cord means they can use it anywhere around the house. But best of all, it's on sale for only $12.95. I even bought myself one. Hello? Hello? Hello?
The mini phone, on sale for $12.95, only at Radio Shack.
Nationwide, people are rushing to Yugo's spectacular 100,000 countdown celebration.
I can't believe the deal I got. Now I got a great new car that's reliable for college.
We knew this was our last chance to buy a Yugo at $39.90.
And with this great deal,
we saved even more.
Yugo wants 100,000 satisfied owners, so right now they're dealing to make America's lowest price car even more affordable. Get to your local dealer now. Call 1-800-USA-YUGO. Hurry, it's for a limited time only. These prices and deals won't last.
Makita, the cordless power tool system more professionals use to work around the house, or even build one. Makita, it's all the power you need.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
I think little Kevin is ready for a radio-controlled car this year. I can see him now as his Radio Shack Off-Road Wild Champ takes to the hills. Or maybe the Malibu 4x4 Off-Roader. It's got both 2- or 4-wheel drive. Or I could get him that Radio Shack Turbo Racer. It sure kicks up the dirt. Little Kevin would really like that.
Remote radio-controlled toys. $11.95 to $159.95. Only at Radio Shack.
Scottsdale, Arizona. Built from little more than desert sun and desert air. Where city leaders use computers to connect every department of city government. Computers from Unisys. Unisys helps Scottsdale's leaders meet growing demand so efficiently that over the last 6 years, property taxes have actually gone down. Unisys and government, the power of two.
Your face takes enough abuse, so you need the Gillette Good News Plus disposable. Its Lubra-Smooth strip is designed to reduce irritation, so shaving feels so good. Good News Plus.
Nice flying, Greg.
Thanks.
So, you're really not going to do another tour?
Nah, Susan and I have made plans.
You're going to miss this place.
Sure, Doc. My mind's made up, all right?
Then I guess you're going to want this.
American accepted me. Looks like I'm going back to flight school.
I hope they know they're getting one of the best.
When you're something special, people know it.
Every day, over 30 million AT&T calls go through on the first try. Thanks to a remarkably intelligent network that forecasts traffic, anticipates tie-ups, and determines the quickest way around them. All in less time than it takes to dial. The AT&T network, you can call it the mastermind of long distance.
Glad I got through.
We're reaching further to bring your world closer. AT&T, the right choice.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
Yeah, they're both asleep. Well, we've got one wheel on, but now we're stuck.
Radio Shack sale price cordless phone.
How you doing, honey?
Now only $69.95. It gives you the freedom you need indoors or out. All the controls are in the handset and no twisting, trailing cords to get in your way.
That's what we've been doing wrong. Thanks.
You're welcome. Save $30 on Radio Shack's cordless phone. Only $69.95. Only at Radio Shack.
Light Fighters, the new light infantry. No matter where you are, in the jungle, the Arctic, the desert, or the mountains, you run out of day before you run out of challenge.
You know, all this talk about building your confidence might sound like a lot of hype. Let me tell you, hype doesn't get you to the top of this rock.
Be all that you can be.
Hey, Gal.
What?
The elevator's here.
Find your future in the army.
Motorcraft quality parts travel with a fast crowd. Like funny car champion Mark Oswald. Pro stock champs Ricky Smith and Bob Glidden. Off-road champ Manny Esquera. Top NASCAR driver Ricky Rudd. Quality parts for all makes of cars and trucks. Motorcraft exceeds the need.
You're about to see the smartest oil change you can make. Introducing a new Quaker State motor oil with a revolutionary formula called QSX. QSX fights engine choking sludge better than other leading oils to keep oil flowing more freely. For a cleaner, longer-lasting engine, change your oil. Really change your oil to new Quaker State with QSX, the smartest oil change you can make. Don't miss the Quaker State 500 at Pocono Raceway on Sunday, August 16th.
No matter how Dodge makes it look, winning ain't easy.
When the road is long and the going gets tough, less than your best is never enough. But the dream of winning lets you meet the test. Because winners are dreamers who give it their best. And if winning was easy, why run the race? You'd be number one if you don't set the pace. At Dodge we know there's only one first place. If winning was easy, it wouldn't be a race.
At Dodge, we set the pace.
Hey, Pete. Going to town with us?
Nah, go on ahead. Looks like you had a little trouble.
Oh, we can take care of it.
A day off is something real special, but so's a good neighbor.
down with this, Pete?
Bush. Head for the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream. Head for the mountains of Bush beer.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.